Alrighty, and we are live with another week of Light of Thylea Plays Odyssey of the Dragonlords. I am DM David. This is Polyhedra, a wonderful community of professional DMs who run games for money. I know this is still a crazy concept for a lot of people. You know, it's funny sometimes talking to people about that stuff, but we do it, and it's fun, and it's really neat. Over the weekend, I actually ended up trying to accumulate and just like put together all of the assets I've got over time, and it's still not completely together, but I bought a dedicated hard drive for multiple reasons for this kind of stuff. And I already have half a terabyte, so 500 gigabytes collected with all the random digital assets for this stuff. So it's just so fun to see like all the shit that you can do, especially when you do the professionally. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about myself. We are here because last week we left off on an interesting little bit of a cliffhanger. Let me see if I can't move this around a little bit just so that we don't have that in the way. But other than that, yeah, last week was one hell of a session. As you may have noticed, we do have our guest Clancy back playing the wonderful, definitely favorite only daughter of Rhodus. Sorry, not Rhodus, of Pito. Pito.
Oh god.
That would be, you know, at that point we're just really like, you know, it's not even a circle anymore at that point. It's really just a piggy tail kind of going in on itself. That's really what the Odyssey family trees would be like. In any case, as we're delving back in, I'll do a quick recap, but thank you guys so much for being back. This week and past week has been complex for a lot of reasons. We're here for some escapism, so I'm not going to go into details about that stuff, however you feel about it. My official statement, and this only affects me, is that I am disheartened, I'm saddened by it, and I believe that we as a country could definitely do better. However, we'll see how that goes forward. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that. It's a very complex topic, let's put it that way. But if you're hurting, if you're sad, if there are things that you wish were different, my heart goes out to you. I am obviously not speaking for everyone else who is playing the game with me, nor am I speaking for any of the other wonderful GMs that run games with me as well. I just wanted to say that you're not alone. I've spoken with many a friend. And it's hearing them. And anyways, on a much more upside of things, there's a lot of cool things coming out this month. One thing is Red Sky, as far as I know. There's another one, the Tome of Heroes, I think just came out yesterday. A lot of Kickstarters are finally pushing out, with COVID having been normalized. A lot of those studios are finally getting their stuff done. So if you back things, you might want to check your email and check your spam folder too, because the Kickstarter email might have been sent there. Make sure that you do everything that you need to do in order to collect your stuff. However, finally, we'll have Clancy for about half of this session, because that's all it's going to take me to brutally murder all of these characters, because there was one massive misplay last week, as Marissa aka Estrella had pointed out. For some reason we decided to use a mass healing word, and that is obviously the craziest idea. But that aside, now Marissa can make her case. Absolutely. I want to be fair and balanced here.
Mass healing word is a wonderful spell at 4th level or 3rd level, but at 5th level it seems, dare I say, excessive.
You can say things.
That extra D4, man. It's just unnecessary.
Yeah, the extra D4, right.
I can see that argument. I don't disagree with it. I do not disagree with it. And obviously, jokes aside, I'm so glad that we have you back. Sorry about that ISP bullshit last week that you had to deal with, but thanks for, hanging in there, even with a 5th level spell slot now. Alrighty, cool. That is pretty much it as far as announcement. Those kind of things go. Right. But
don't it didn't work. What? That was awesome. I was like, yes. That one was pretty sweet. No complaints there.
As we delve back in, previously on Light of Thylea, the group had been traveling all across the Cerulean Sea, from slaying chimeras to meeting the Fates, slaying the Lotus Witch, and then ultimately arriving at the island of Yonder, which had been functioning as some kind of a staging ground for the military, specifically the military and army of Sidon. as you have found out, Sidon has been planning for some time now to assail the cities of the Cerulean, which may also include why am I forgetting the name right now? Wow, that city has not come into play in so long that I want to call it Artemis, but that is a goddess. Eresia. Wow. Okay, so in any case, Eresia as well as Mitros are absolutely on the target list for Sidon and his forces. With that in mind, though, you guys had a different target. Well, two, really. Primarily, you wanted to go to the island of Yonder in order to get the last missing piece from, of course, the Antikythera. The Antikythera is the device that you have been using to travel and really use the Ultros to its fullest potential, except you haven't been able to go to the outer places, to the places that are truly shrouded within Sidon's storms that even the Ultros at this point couldn't have weathered. But you made a deal. You made a deal with none other than a priest of Lutheria herself, Chandris, whom you had met in Mitros before. Now, Chandris had told you guys that he absolutely hated Gaius' guts and oathed to help you kill him, which he very much kept the bargain up on his side, casting a wall of invisibility, a delayed fireball blast that decimated the troops on the other side of it, and the rest of the city has been very slow to respond to the assault now. However, 4 rounds of combat are down, and as we're starting the 6th round of combat, well, let's look at the consequences. First, you guys mopped the floor with the soldiers and the dragon before the ancient archives of the Gigans of this island. And you brutally, magnificently destroyed the silver dragon that Gaius had been riding up until now. Argon, the beautiful adult dragon, lay slain and kind of splitting this battlefield in two somewhat. As we pick it back up, Gaius is looking enraged, like he's just in a blind, deadly rage, ready to slaughter all of you for having killed his beloved Argon, whom you have picked up at this point. Gaius loved more than just a companion and or steed. Now, as we're picking it back up, it is going to be Brissa's turn. Brissa, you look around the battlefield. The dragon lays splayed, the lower jaw having been ripped away by Daphne's massive hammer blow. You see the blood pouring out of it into the grass around you. Not only is your own heart saddened, you look over to where Rhodas has just fallen unconscious from the assault by Gaius. Estrella rushing forward to try to bring him back up, but your dragon is currently also trying to attack him. But as you guys match eyes for a second, you can see the sadness in her draconic slit back at you. Whatever else is going on, know that you're going to take some time to recover from this. All right, with that happy news, I think it's time that we keep going. The first person to go in this technically 5th round of combat is going to be Brissa. Brissa, what would you like?
Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is just dump all of my lay on hands into myself.
Mm-hmm. How much do you have left?
50, and I haven't used any. So, I'll use 49, so that puts me at 50 health.
Oops, didn't mean to delete you. I'll put you back on there. You know, sometimes you click the delete button, shit happens.
Where'd you go?
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Alrighty, we're putting Brissa back on the board.
Banished herself on accident.
Oops.
So, saving 1. And then I will start moving that way. So,
hang on, I had to add you back in. There we go.
Alright, then I will start moving that way. 15. And then, that's a very straight line. I guess I'll just go right here. And yeah, I can't really do anything else because that is my action and my. I never really do this, but I will bonus action. Thunderous Smite. so that
Cool.
I have that prepared. 2nd level.
Right, awesome. You can read. Well, we'll always say you roll the damage when you do the damage. So what does it look like as you kind of start gathering the Thunder's energy about?
I just want to kind of like rub it against Rodus because I noticed there's still a little like electricity on him. You know, he's still like cackling a little bit. So it's like, oh, I could, just rub the spear against him. And be, like, oh, look at it and be like, oh, I got some
toasting a marshmallow, huh?
Yeah,
Crazy.
kind of.
God damn, people. Okay. Alrighty, Brissa. As you have you ever done that as a kid where you like did your feet really, really quick on the floor to get like the static electricity and then zap a friend or a sibling or something like that? I feel like that's almost what's happening here with Brissa and Rodus, except Rodus is on death's door. Beyond that. Alrighty. You start gathering the energy on a thunderous smite, Daphne. So, as mentioned before, where the body of the slain Argon kind of has collapsed, and you see her dead eyes kind of looking up towards you now. This is all difficult terrain for you. Oh, it's silent text.
Got an S1. Right?
Yeah.
See, this is why, I don't know, man. Either she has her own initiative, or we have her be going on your turn. You see what I'm saying? Because otherwise, I forget about it. And then I feel bad. Anyways, Brissa, it's your turn. Sorry, not Brissa. Jesus Christ, Daphne. See, Alex just succeeded twice tonight to fuck me up. I'm gonna do this. Nope, just kidding.
God, okay, so Daphne's trying to read the room here on how everybody's feeling.
Yeah, as you look around, what's the expression? Yanni, what are you currently? What are you looking like? Well, it's kind of hard to read you because you have your illusion still up, but
I would imagine that with a disguised self, your expressions still carry through, right? I mean,
yeah.
Just constantly stone face.
I mean, so I'm behind a wall compared to pretty much everything that's actually going on. So I'm still kind of like turning that direction and trying to remember that this stuff actually doesn't happen. Okay, your turn. Okay, your turn. I'm like swinging around, getting ready to peek around the wall and see what's going on. I don't know for sure where we're at with stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of still in go mode at this point, I guess would be the right answer.
Okay. Yeah, Daphne's just gonna kind of keep moving forward and move up to Gaius. Gosh, too many names. The full movement. We are still attacking him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Very much.
Tell Thylea.
Yeah, this is definitely like an epic hero scene where you see everyone just starting to dash and kind of on the one target as the dragon kind of bites, and you see kind of like you hear something crunch in his shoulder. All of you guys are starting to come down on him. All right, Daphne.
I think we're just gonna attack him too.
All right, a 20 is going to be a hit. Anything special?
Not yet.
Alrighty, as
Under my left.
you hit him in the side. He takes the hit. This again, it's interesting seeing Gaius up close. He just has these massive cord of muscle. Despite the advanced age that he has, he looks like an Adonis, just with some salt in his pepper. And as you're striking him, you can see that with every blow he does roll with it. He actually has the military training to try to avert this stuff, and it is as horrifying in a way it is a magnificent display of military discipline that he's holding the line against all of them.
Well, this will be something for Daphne to feel guilty about later.
All right, another swing down. Anything fancy with that one?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the smite on that one. Grab that divine smite. We'll cast that second. There you go.
Alrighty, whoo! Lots of damage on that one. As you just, the first one connected and you like hit down on his shield, see the lightning bolt down, and with the second one, there's suddenly just this golden glow from it and your veins, muscles, and everything. And you see it kind of crack in the middle. It's still capable of, protecting him, but you can see that it's almost like there's a dash through the lightning strike another time with a massive amount of power behind it. Still alive, but you can now see that there's just blood dripping everywhere.
All right. This really isn't like Daphne's kill. Like, this isn't Daphne's just helping. So, this next attack is probably gonna be non-lethal. Or
It
it's
was
gonna miss.
non-lethal, you're right, as, he kind of hit that. And as you kind of like, he senses your hesitation, kind of looking over to like Brissa or maybe a Stray or someone to do the finishing kill. He just takes the back end of his spear and kind of hits you in the chin. As you're like, oh, shit, trying to strike him, but that is a no-go.
All right. That'll do it for me.
All right, at the end of your turn.
Yep,
See,
forgot he could do that.
yeah, he had a whole array of things he hasn't really used yet. I'm getting down to the wire on that stuff. On the swing there, you see, let me see. Silliness? Okay. Anyway. At the end of your turn, as you kind of like look back onto him, you can see that in his hands that was kind of like half holding the shield, there was like a vial attached to it, and he's currently drinking it. As that pours into his body, you can see that he seems to heal up. Some of the wounds kind of closing down, and he kind of wipes away some of the what you very clearly are able to tell, some kind of a healing tincture. Alrighty, Yanni, it is your turn.
Peeker in the corner. Oh, he's still alive? God, I'm not concentrating on anything, right? It's been a minute. Yeah, I don't have cool spells for this kind of scenario. I need to do something about that. Kind of thought he was gonna die from one of the previous two people.
Me too. Yep, I was definitely waiting for it. Mm-hmm.
I was just kind of like, oh, we'll just, oh, he's still there. I have a turn to prepare for. I was not ready for that. You know what? I'm just going to, I think, throw a mind sliver his way so that if Lara wants to do something that might require a saving throw. Or you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to chill touch, so that if he tries to heal again, it don't work. How about that? You do that.
Alrighty, that hits him, and as it strikes in, you can definitely see it's kind of like you're taking the healing energy, seeing that he had just kind of gulped that down. You have like a little bit of a better angle than what Daphne did. You're like, no, and do you have Spell Sniper?
No.
Okay, so you are shooting through quite a few people here.
That's okay.
Well,
if it misses, it misses.
Even with that is a hit. And as you kind of like send the cold energy out, it streaks out, and just at the last second kind of like seems to split as it explodes around and barely misses Brissa and her dragon. You see all of these shards kind of push into the same, like the deepest gouges of wounds that that guy has had, kind of like suppressing the healing effect.
Yeah, I don't have a bonus action to use, so just call it.
Alrighty. From the sides, Lyra, on the east side, you can now see suddenly, as see figures starting to fly up the sides. It seems like after this many rounds, the rest of the city is starting to respond. Certainly, it takes some time to respond, and if you were in any other kind of establishment, city, whatever, it might take even longer, but these are trained soldiers. They have been preparing for war for months, maybe even years. And now that something is happening at the top of the library itself, the archives, you are pretty certain that these are the reinforcements starting to fly up. So to your east there, you suddenly see a flying individual kind of fly in. And Tyler, go ahead and roll me a D100 here.
Oh.
All right. So we'll say that in order to get to where he was, he even had to dash. So to fly up, the sides of the plateau and get to the point here, that is his action. So looking at any bonus action options, not a... Well, shit, I forgot that they have that. Oh boy, oh boy. I'll say as part of that, he had to also... So you can clearly tell that he is concentrating on the fly spell. It's pretty apparent to you as he doesn't have any kind of wings.
Yeah. People don't just fly. That's absurd. That's
exactly.
crazy.
What? So in any case, as this person is kind of hovering above the ground there, that will be the end of his turn. Lyra, you are on the ground though, just kind of coming back to now. As you're looking towards the east, and let me refocus the camera a little bit so that everyone can be part of these shenanigans. Yeah, what would you like to do?
I just see that one guy right now. There's not...
You look around. From where you're standing, because you're on the ground, yeah, that's the first one that has crested the side.
Then I am going to... Yeah. Because I think Lyra's mind is obviously like, we have to kill Gaius. But on the same token, it's like, cut off the snake. And the head of the snake and the body dies, right? That's
I mean, it has helped you guys often. It'll be interesting to see if it helps in this scenario.
I mean, if I was a soldier and these random people just killed our captain.
Make me, you know what? Make me either. It's gonna be your choice. It's gonna be either like a quick thinking or just like a gut feeling. So either insight or an investigation as you're thinking about this free action.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah. 7.
I mean, it's in the middle of combat. Lyra is thinking about a lot of things, and maybe that is exactly it. Kind of like, feeding off of the hunger for power that the Fates certainly have exhibited. Maybe that is something that is Lyra is starting to feel really, akin with. So as you're rushing forward, you think, yes, we have to kill Gaius. Nothing else matters.
Also, like blind rage, as
Absolutely.
well. It's definitely there. So, I will kind of take a peek between everyone, because I do have Spell Sniper, and I will fire to Eldritch Blast. I'm out of spell.
All right,
Oh,
you gather
God.
the energy for the first Eldritch Blast, and you see so many people kind of going in that as you shoot it out, he takes the shield and perfectly interposes it. Yes.
That one.
The second one, however, absolutely is a hit, as the Fate strings kind of almost go around the edges, and you have them kind of like pierce into the sides, solidifying in the process into little spikes. Another hit.
And then I will just yell, there's more that way, and I'll use my last 5 feet to just back up. Just a little.
Alrighty,
Just so we're not all completely in a straight line.
Alrighty, with that, anything as a bonus action, or you leave it?
I don't think I can do anything, so I think that's it for me.
Go ahead and end your turn when ready.
I did it. I pressed it.
Awesome. Clancy, roll me a D100 if you would.
Hope that's good.
You hear
Nobody
shouting
knows.
from behind Chandras, who turns towards him and goes, "We do have to go very shortly." With that is going to be Estrea's. Oh, actually, before it is Estrea's turn. I mean, he's sad. Still not bad.
Relatable.
It could still work. Double, though? He's gonna
No one
risk
knows
it.
what you're talking about, Dave.
All right,
I know,
Daphne
do
and
it.
Thylea get attacks of opportunity as Gaius shifts. If you want them, you don't have to have them. All right, miss and a hit. All right, as Silas' bite connects, ooh, good hit or two. Both of you guys get your reactions, and with that, Gaius had stepped over as he just like kind of takes the bite. Daphne, he kind of takes the hammer to the side again. Lightning once again crackles along the spears. He goes, "You will all die for this." As it shoots out once more. Man. Who can you hurt with this? 4.
Remember when you tried to do this last time and we were like, but I'm down on the bottom, and you were like, that makes sense because it's a straight line. Because he has to go up in order to hit Yanni, right?
All right, I'll allow it. Lyra,
I mean, I'll take it. I have a
Lyra,
decent
you're
amount
out.
of
Of it.
health
That's
right now.
that.
To be fair,
is-
you were flat on your back, unconscious the last
Right,
time.
yeah,
too.
no, I mean, I'll take it. People have
Nah,
healed me. I'll take a lightning bolt.
I mean, shit. It's like a. No, there's a height differential. He wants to get Yanni in this, 100%.
Oh, whoop, sorry, Yanni.
No, it's not like, oh yeah, I hate Yanni. It's more like Yanni is the obvious.
You should.
Like there's something. There's literally like a little bit of something blocking. Like technically, this area right here is like a platform that is raised. There's like stairs going up. Yeah. Yep. Good argument, Lara. Alrighty, so Estrella, go ahead and make me that dex saving throw. Then Brissa, then Yanni. Should be called out.
2. What 1?
Do you still have your reroll?
She does still have her reroll. So if you want to use your fate inspiration, you can roll another dex
My
saving.
reaction if I do that?
Huh?
Is it considered my reaction if I do that, or is that
No.
just a free?
Just free.
It's a freebie.
You just have to use your DM inspiration, the fate inspiration.
One more question about that. Can I use that like a true like can I use that to have somebody else reroll? Like an enemy reroll?
No,
Like a luck point? No, this is just for me.
just for you.
But we can use it on our allies, right? Or no?
Yeah, you
Just
can
us?
you can gift it to each other. That one I'm always going to be okay with.
But we can't, like, use
I
it
want
for
to encourage
disadvantage.
teamwork. Yes. Sorry, Tyler.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, on the topic of teamwork, I have another argument for the DM. Would that also hit Rodus? Since he's right there next to Gaius.
I don't think he could angle it both at the same time, honestly. Like he could
I
have
just wanted to make sure.
like he could have tried to potentially hit Rodus with it, but that was not really how he had lined it out.
Okay, cool. I don't want him to die again. So.
Yeah. So do you want to do that straight?
How much did this? I've seen this thing before. I just wasn't here for it. How much did this mess people up? Did it mess people up like 62 points bad?
Not necessarily 62 points, but like, I mean, it hurt them.
All right, I'll reroll it. So should I just roll a d20?
So go to your character sheet. I think for you, so yeah, it's a d20 plus 1.
My robes give me advantage against spells and other magical effects. I assume
Is it
that?
all? Is it magical effects too?
It says spells and other magical effects. Yeah, I link it.
It didn't do it.
It didn't do it. Here, I take a screenshot.
Yep. Go ahead and roll another dex save.
Wow.
You know, sometimes
advantage.
things are just supposed to be, Damon. You can try to wiggle around as much as you want to.
It's all
The
good.
dice
It's all
decide.
good. I was just sitting here like, do I want to use my thing, or do I want to use my inspiration or not? And then I'm like, wait, don't my robes do something with that?
Yeah.
So-
Next argument. Yanni is really short.
Okay,
here we
people.
are.
At this point, all right, we are locking in. Estrella, a 17 certainly, or 18 technically, is much better than a 2 was. So the three of you, having seen this move before, are all able to save. So instead of taking 32 points of damage, you end up taking 16. Brissa, Brissa, go to make me a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration, please. All right, you maintain concentration on your Wrathful Smite. Estrella, now it is your turn.
Okay. Just want to make sure, because I don't think you did, but did you use any of my reactions to heal people in the last session?
No.
Once on Rhodas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That one. That's what the Cure Wounds was. Mm-hmm.
But that was before this, so you'd have it back now.
So I have one left.
Oh, does that only have a limited use per day or something?
It's my channel divinity. Yeah.
Oh
right,
fuck.
Right. Yeah,
Well,
he did it once. He did it once to
realize
heal Rhodas.
But
Yeah.
It's I get 2 per time, so it's okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't marked, so that's okay. So I got one left.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah. So okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see Gaius next to me. I just heard Chandris yell something about we've got to get out of here. I'm gonna use my bonus action to yell at Chandris. Can you teleport us away from here? Get us out of here.
Yes, I can. Though we will have to be together for this.
Start throwing, please. I'm going to drop down to my knees. Sort of like weird tendrils, black sort of tendrils come out of my hands and are going to start weaving Rhodas's wounds back together. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Nice.
I don't know, I feel like 5th level would probably have been better, but that's just me. It's just my.
I wish I had a 5th level spell.
Those extra D8s
That's
are
the
just not
thing.
necessary.
Overrated.
You know? 3rd level, there we go. Come
Nice.
on, baby.
Chandris can teleport us with this dragon.
Nobody said anything about the dragon.
We need it for stuff.
Oy. Okay. Yeah. That is sadly, that's my turn.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Chandris' turn. Man. He rushes
Turn
forward.
on the teleport.
How many 5th level spells does Chandris have left?
That's a good chunk of health. I mean, he dropped to 9th earlier, so he's probably okay on the.
Just a little bit.
Alright, so he has some options here.
Last turn he magic missiled, so I'll hold my breath.
Carry more than walls of force, you can dome us in.
Well, the problem is also there is a wall of force on the south side, blocking the pathway. So that
right.
Yeah,
no
he did
troops
that
can-
already.
So he's maintaining concentration there. I should actually mark that on. Yeah, so really, you see Chandris kind of debating as he rushes forward. You can see him kind of like do the calculus. Okay, I have to reach these people. He has just kind of rushed over, dropping onto the staircase and is rushing towards you guys. He's looking towards Gaius, and you can see there's murder in his eyes, but he knows that he would have to dash towards you to even be able to attempt this. So instead, what he's going to do this turn, because he absolutely wants to kill Gaius, you can see nothing but hatred in his eyes. He is going to shoot a firebolt. Gaius. Oh my god, it would have been 30 points of fucking fire damage, but of course it's a miss. And then he's going to step here. As he, you see the fire kind of shoot out at the same time as he teleports behind Scylla, Brissa, and Rhodas to kind of protect himself. Everybody grab me next turn and fucking kill him! As he starts to grab onto Scylla and Brissa. Alright, which brings us to Gaius' turn. Gaius is fucking...
Chandris is a cutie.
My makeup's a little heavy for my taste.
Listen, guys, don't be Team Chandris after you weren't Team Chandris. That's my best friend. Okay, so
It's okay. It's okay. I was
Team
just about to say
Chandris.
he'd be cute if I liked him, but I don't. So,
well, listen, I'm just saying he's my best friend. So
well, that's deep, but it's cool. It's fine.
No. I mean, obviously
nope,
you guys.
it's too late. Nope, it's too late. It's too late.
I'm just saying, of the friends gathered.
Of
he and
all
I
of
are
us,
close.
he's your best friend, right? Yeah.
No.
Alright.
I mean, like,
As he stands there, just goes, wipes the blood and scatters it onto the, kind of splatters on the stairs leading as he's looking to all of. And you can hear just deep hatred and frustration directed in this direction. As actually me, suffer at that, and I'm excited. So I'm gonna need shit. That's actually everyone except for Lyra will need to make me a Wisdom saving throw. As Brissa, he's using a very similar effect to yours. If you are immune to or otherwise don't have to worry about frightened effects, this is a frightened effect. It's
Which
not
is literally
magical.
it's everyone within 10 feet of me.
Yeah, how much do they get as a bonus? Plus.
No, they're just immune to fear.
Oh my god!
Aura. Yeah.
Giles doesn't know that. So that means Yanni, make me a Wisdom saving throw.
And you said it's not a magical effect?
It is not technically magical.
That's fine. Just making sure.
The dragon roar. Nothing's popping up. So
God, it's bananas. It's so good. Alrighty, as Yanni, everyone kind of resists that. And it's like it's almost like in a Divine Comedy. This guy just yells at you guys. He can see that Versa, there's just fierceness in his. You can see the strings kind of seeding. Yanni's eyes kind of planted in him as he's just looking towards all of you. And he just tries to attack. Just randomly attack at this point. 3 is going to be Otis, 4, 5, 6, Estrella. It's going to be Estrella. Just try to just strike. Alright, first one
Fair.
is a miss. Second one is a crit.
hey,
And that roar thing was a bonus action. As that is going to be a hit. Alrighty, Estrella, you just take 17 points of damage. That is combined lightning and piercing. You're not resistant to it yet, right?
nope.
And then last attack. Oh shit. That's another nat 20. Holy fuck.
it's okay. He only did 17 damage on that one.
Second strike or third strike, last strike is going to be 19 points of damage. Just I will fucking kill all of you! And he's just like striking. You can see at this point there's this blood fury in his eyes. There's nothing else he wants more than take someone since you took someone. But that is his turn. Otis, you are technically no longer raged.
True.
You. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, fuck, Estrella, you do need to make me a con saving throw. That's what it was. Here, I'll call it out to me. As the lightning arcs across your body, and it's good that the third strike was already a crit because I would have had to re-roll. Suddenly you seize up. That was the terrible thing about his attacks. You become paralyzed. However, Rodus, that ends at the end of his turn, so you no longer are paralyzed. So that's
Nice.
good and bad news at the same time. Sorry, Marissa. Congrats, Brian. So Brian, you are prone and no longer paralyzed. What would you like to do?
I think it would make sense to, as I stand up, I would like to go back into a rage.
Alrighty.
Ready to end the life of Gaius once and for all here. I will pick up my greatsword from the ground as I rise up and...
Axe.
Oh, yes. Sorry, don't have my greatsword right now.
Nope,
It was
nope.
taken.
It was given. Hey, it was given.
It's specifically requested, actually. This is my fault.
Yeah.
I will draw my axe. And, using the axe to kill the new Dragonlord of the first Dragonlord. Whoa. We'll see. I am not going to Great Weapon Master, but I am going to Reckless. I'm
Get him.
putting it on. And targeting and swinging the axe.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, with advantage. The 24 absolutely is a hit as you hack into him with that first swing. Still standing.
Hack harder.
I am going to use my extra attack, and this time I am going to hack harder.
Alrighty, a 19 is a 19 is less of a 2-hit as you're just like with a band and you hear Liliana go, "Hey, the you kind of give him like a little Malacca sign back that's like, and with the band you just kind of strike down. This time, however, you do hear a third of the shield kind of clatter away as it flies away as you do massive amounts of damage to him. Gaius, you can see his left hand is almost in ruins, kind of just still strapped into the shield itself. A couple of the fingers are now missing from the left hand, and the blood is just, scattering about.
I look down at him menacingly, ready to finish him off.
Alrighty. Damon, go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
Ooh. Notice he asks me because he wants a low roll. See? He's got...
Hey!
All right, this one equally has to use a dash action to make it there. So on the east side, you see another one appear, Lara, as you're like, guys! There are more and more of these arcanists starting to fly in, ascending towards you. And then I'm going to need Marissa to roll. Ooh, okay, this one can actually make it a little bit closer towards you guys. Flies in this way, and you can see there's another flying Arcanist on the west side now. As they're starting to approach you, they have to end their turn there. Alright, top of the round once more. Brissa, what would you like?
Alright, Brista's going to attack Gaius. She's just going to look at him and she'll still be, a little bit tearful, but she'll just be like, "I'm really sorry." And then, just...
You will be. As electricity is starting to his arm. It's a hit. Special with that.
I will smite, and then, but I also have my.
Yeah. That goes off. So
smite.
2d6 plus. Roll your smite first, and then roll another 2d6 if you want.
Right.
I mean, the 2d6 are non-optional, so maybe you can do that first.
All right. So roll 2d6. Oh, that's I guess it's average. And then does it do anything additional? They have to make a save, if I remember, a strength saving throw against your. Okay. Or be knocked prone.
Makes the save just as an FYI. And then go ahead and give me your smite if you.
Yes.
Ooh, with a third level for a total of, what is that, 24, 40 points of damage, Brissa. You stand there, starting to get tearful, seeing the sadness in Silas' eyes. Blood of Arrogance still starting to the plants and soil around you. As you see Gaius with all of in his left looks at you with tears and anger.
Brissa just wants to stab his arm and then just take his own spear and just kind of be like for Kyra and just kind of
stab him through the heart.
Okay. All right. So Brissa, you're kind of behind this wall. For some reason, sorry, Brissa. Estrella, you are the wall. Rhodas, on the other hand, has just been hacking away as you kind of look for the perfect moment, Brissa. You kind of strike it. He is able to kind of like relieve it. Go ahead and roll me a D100, Brissa.
Yeah. 15.
Okay.
Yep.
As you do that, he kind of like it's almost like he takes the spear at the same time, just releases it. It's like a lightning bolt firing off into the sky. Does some damage to the actual roof of the archives itself and disappears. However, you strike between the two bones and the forearm directly into his throat. As he tries to grab at it with his ruined left hand, he kind of drops down. That. Ios. There's still incoming soldiers coming from the west and the east. What do you want to do? And mind you, there's a lot of stuff going on at once here. Gaius falls dead before you. Brissa, you look around as you kind of like look questioning towards Chandras. All of you guys still remembering, we need the piece of the Antiquitated Jew, and he's like nodding along, almost in an annoyed way as he holds up what looks like a beautiful, a cog. So you can see it's made out of bronze and beautifully polished. In the middle of it is another set, almost like a gyroscopic second one, that has a little ruby inside of it. And Estrella, you absolutely know that is the piece that you need to make work. Ursa, you also look towards the dead dragon. Or, we'll actually say this was Lyra because Tyler IRL was very, very meta-hungry for that loot. Lyra, you look towards that dragon bleeding out. Y'all don't understand. I've got some completionists in this party. Damon, aka Yanni, and Tyler, aka Lyra, have been just speed running Curse of Strahd. What was it, like 3 months? You guys are starting to like finish
Something
it?
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've probably got two sessions left, 3 sessions left. Yeah, it absolutely was not intentional. Absolutely
I
not.
know. I'm just giving you guys a hard time because holy shit, I can't even imagine doing a module. 3 months.
To be fair, shout out to Steven. He just flat out murder hobos everything, and he's got the
literally everything. He is probably the reason we're about to kill the thing that we're fighting. So.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for not spoiling that. I appreciate that. So anyway, Lyra, Brissa, you kind of look over, taking an assessment of the battlefield. You can see Lyra kind of looking towards the dragon, licking her lips, and you realize what she's thinking in that moment. You know that you guys had been tasked with getting the heart of a dragon so that Vulcan could potentially harvest it, make something designed to kill another. Rhodas, in your rage, seeing that Brissa has killed Gaius, look towards the dead body of that dragon as well. Yours and Lyra's eyes meet. Let's be done.
Brissa ain't having no part of that. She'll grab Gaius' spear, like the
spear. So that's what the D100 was for. That's what it was for. He kind of had taken it, and as it kind of went away, sent it into the sky. Like he was going to unload it, and it just electricity shot off.
Oh, so it's like no longer there. It's gone. Oh, all right. Well, Brissa is sad about that, but
yep. Not as sad as Yanni's gonna be. Yanni, you look past all of these beautiful pillars. So many shelves, so many scrolls, so much knowledge here. Brissa, do you do anything else with your second attack, bonus action?
I mean, I guess.
Sacrifice him to Kira!
I mean, that's what I already did, right? Like for Kira, But that was the sacrifice to her when I.
Yeah, the sentiment was there.
Yeah, sentiment was there for the sacrifice. Yeah, no, I guess I think this guy's hanging on to my cape, so we're just gonna be teleporting soon. So, no, I'm nothing with my bonus action or my second attack.
Alrighty, and when you're ready, Now, question to inform Clancy on this. How much during the 3 days of travel to the spot, you guys knew that Gaius had a dragon, you guys knew about the need for dragon bits. Lyra might have talked about it ad nauseum. It's like the number one thing we need is probably the Antikytherapies, but fuck that, I need a dragon. But like, what did you guys share with Daphne? What did you guys tell Daphne in terms of goals of this stuff?
Well, I'm pretty sure even when Vulcan brought her on the ship, he asked us if we had gotten anything the last time we talked. So I only want the dragon because Vulcan keeps bugging us about getting stuff. Like,
Just
we keep
tell
telling him
where
we're
it is.
busy.
He can bamf in, grab it, and bamf out.
We keep telling him we're busy. He keeps asking us, oh, did you go and get this stuff? Did you go and get this stuff? And now we finally have a chance to get some stuff.
We already got the star medal, so we already have some stuff.
Yeah, he
Right?
did line
But
up about
this is
that.
important for Lyra because of Rhodus.
And I don't think Rhodus would hesitate, seeing that Gaius is down, as long as everyone's okay, like just immediately going over and just like starting to dig into this thing to harvest whatever we need from it.
And do you think that that's just plainly visible on his face?
I think he's in like business mode right now. He's just I don't think right now he probably wouldn't be too worried about like the emotions of everyone. He's like, okay, everybody's safe.
He starts saying, "Let's get down to business." No. But as okay,
alrighty.
Daphne, it is your turn. You see that splayed across Rhodus's face. You see that Brissa seems to be almost sad. You look upon Lyra, kind of looking to Rhodus, and I mean, at this point, we'll just say Vulcan has definitely talked about it, that he sent them towards multiple different locations, and he's been frustrated that he hasn't been able to craft anything with it, because there's so much cool shit that you can potentially craft with it. So, do you want to craft what you kill, Daphne?
I mean, considering she only has, well, I guess she technically has a dagger too. She'd seen the shit that's going down. She'd run over and start to just try to slice open.
I mean, we can say, I'll make this part of one smooth thing. Rhodus still has the axe of Xander in his hand. You could just kind of nod towards him, grab it from him, kind of pushing the hammer into his hands at the same time, rush forward and start hacking.
Yep, that's
Very
exactly what we'll do then.
All right, so you guys exchange weaponry. I'll affect that here in a second. As who knows, maybe that becomes important.
Let's try this without being attuned to our weapons.
I mean, you use yeah. I mean, you don't lose the. I mean,
Go
you know.
ahead. Go ahead.
what I
Tell me, how am I
maintain
gonna
that,
cut open a dragon with a hammer? Tell me.
Does it have a hook on the back?
If you just smash it enough.
You just use it like a zipper.
Here, I got the heart, and it's just like pulverized,
Pulp.
like ready to.
Hey,
It's in my
Vulcan
artwork.
should have specified the condition it needed to be in. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's true. That's true.
It's in my artwork. It has a little spiky boy on the back.
Mhm,
You
that's a
fix
little
it.
bit of space. All right, Daphne, you grab the axe as you rush around to the side. As part of this, I'll tell you what. Why don't you make me an athletics check, trying to quickly cut. It's like, you're doing the Thanksgiving turkey cut as you're trying to rush over to the side, and you're just going for the sternum area, trying to open it. Alrighty, we'll say that is part of the waist. After you start kind of, it's definitely harder to swing that way. You're like, oh shit, oh god, and you can tell that there's she definitely doesn't have the same form that you do, Rhodus. The way that she does those things is just a little bit different than yours, unless of course, Daphne, you do still have your fates die if you.
Yeah, let's use it. Let's just do it. Yep. All right. Slightly
Hey,
better.
that's 2 points closer to it. Start hacking away. Go ahead and count up the points as that. Yanni, you certainly see what's going on. Daphne's trying to get towards the heart of the dragon. What do you want to do?
Yep. All right, so I'm going to run by my ideal scenario. Tell me if this is too much, okay?
Please.
Since the sword is already out and dancing, I would bring the sword like over, the 20 feet or whatever it can move.
Sure thing.
And, hopefully that's enough to start hacking in at the right place. So like use its bonus action move/attack to get one blow in, and then if I can run up and grab it and get another blow in with my action. I don't know if that's
sure. What are you doing with your action?
I would ideally use it to I'm on measure. I'm like, why aren't things moving?
And that's difficult terrain, don't forget.
Right. Once the sword makes its slice as it's coming, I would just like grab it and try to carry the slice on with my action, is what I'm thinking. An attack, basically, or whatever you want it to be.
In that case, kind of using them both at the same time. I'll tell you what, because you're using a magically enhanced sword as it kind of like starts cutting away, and then you're using your own strength to kind of like reinforce it. Make me an Arcana check. In this,
I grab it and apply my strength, and it pulls back the other way. Son of a bitch!
Exactly.
You heal the wound.
You said an Arcana check?
Yes, please.
Alrighty. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to use my dice and reroll that. My inspiration.
All right.
There we go.
Go ahead and mark it off as once. Daphne. You definitely started cutting into that. The scales themselves are almost like big pieces of chainmail kind of hanging over each other. They certainly have hardened enough compared to Thylea's scales, which are much more akin to maybe a lizard or a serpent or something like that. Leathery in texture. These scales are hard as metal, and you kind of are able to cut open as Yanni moves in and is like, "Let me help you!" And you can see the sword suddenly disappears, and then comes back out on another end, and starts to just kind of go in and out as you take the opportunity to kind of push it open. And with that, a sickening crunch, Daphne, you kind of push it over to the side, and there you can see the heart exposed. All right, let's see. How much did you use there? So that would be 15. Yanni, you certainly understand you're not going to be able to carry this heart, but you can get towards Chandras to start revving up that.
I was just going to snag the sword so that I get to take it with me when we teleport, and just that I should have enough movement to get there, right?
Alrighty, yeah, easy peasy. Okay, so you jumped off the dragon, run towards Chandras, started grabbing him. Alrighty, Lyra, to your east, you can see a mage starting to soar towards you, shouting at the top of his lungs.
Shout back. Just gibberish.
Yeah.
Whatever that was, the answer, you should just be like, no.
Oh my god, that is absurd. Alright, you can see him reach out as he kind of reaches up. Suddenly there's just like a little bit of a cloud that starts to form as he reaches downward towards you guys. You can see there's just sleet that seems to kind of accumulate together into ice crystals starting to fall towards the people on. They cannot get Lyra with it, but the rest of you guys absolutely getting pelted. And I'll move it over here so nobody says, like, but Siler's not part of it. Siler's one part of it. As you guys watch, this shit starts to just sleet storm upon you guys. It's something else. But, yeah, just from the description, that is going to be some dex saving throws from everyone except Lyra. Oh, man.
Whoa!
Oh my god!
Because she is paralyzed.
So
that's how that module does it. That
it just gives you a negative a million.
A negative 100, yeah. So the thing is, Estrella rolled a 1 on top of being paralyzed.
So it's insult to injury.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's okay. You can still teleport unconscious people.
Yeah. This is 100% a spell, yes?
Yeah, this is a spell.
I'm going to hold Alt and see if it works.
Yes.
Did it work? Well, it was a big number. I don't care.
Yeah, it did work. Alrighty. The DC wasn't super high, but we do have, obviously, a few failures. Alright, first we have Chandris. Then we have Rodis. Have Estrella. So
They do
I
get-
feel like a negative 98 does.
oh
beat
yeah,
it.
wait. Yeah,
They do
Brissa.
get +2.
It's absolute value, right?
Chandris. Ooh, Rodis is able to succeed with that +2. Oh, man, that was close. Alrighty, so just
Good job, bro.
Chandris
Good job.
and
Sick.
Estrella take a full 21 points of bludgeoning and cold damage. And Chandris.
Why not? We're about to leave.
Yep. He's using his reaction to decrease the cold damage by just a little bit. Just to make
Is he resistant because he's a blue team?
He is. Oh, he actually is, which is nice. Alrighty, so rolls his concentration and maintains concentration on that. Alright, the rest of you guys take half damage. Rodis. Alright, anything in response to you guys taking half damage that I should know.
God.
Not from me.
I just
What
need to
type of
roll
damage is it?
concentration.
Cold. It's cold.
But
Oh
also
shit,
bludgeoning,
yeah, if
right?
Daphne loses concentration, I don't think that's possible, but... Oh, okay, cool. Alrighty, so half of that, 10 points of bludgeoning and cold damage. As you guys maintain concentration. One more thing at the end. That as far as what is... Also, that area is now difficult terrain until the end of that caster's next turn. So you can see where the ice has caked across it. There's like all of these spikes and other just like weird slippery surface of ice across it. Daphne, you're kind of like slipping along it now. However, ends their turn there. Lyra, you see that Daphne and Yanni were able to cut the dragon open. You can see where there's just, it's like heat coming off of it. Or actually, you know what? Because of the dragon that it is not heat. Rather, you can actually see what seems to be frigid cold coming off of it as well. It's almost like when the ice storm hit the body itself, it was almost unaffected by it.
Excuse me, sorry. So did Daphne get the heart, or they just got it open?
The latter.
Oh no!
So if you have a,
You
if
can fly. You can fly today, right?
I can, but I'm not strong. It's a big heart, right?
what kind of? It is a very big heart. What kind of magic do you have that could maybe help with that? Oh shit! I see something
Mage
already
hand?
that could very much help with that.
I don't have any spell slots left.
Yeah, but you have others. You have other options.
Like what? Please tell me, David, what I could do right now.
Did you take Sculptor of
I believe in
Flesh
you.
as one of your invocations?
Yeah, but you have to use a spell slot.
Oh fuck! I thought you could.
It's
do it
one
for
of the
once
shitty
with me.
invocations.
Ah, that's right. That is stupid. Super stupid. I see it now. I apologize. It's leading. I always forget that they do.
Unless you want to give me a freebie.
I wish I could on that one.
Yeah. It puts it in innate spellcasting with a 1 of 1, but that's because you can only do it
Yeah.
once a day, but it still takes a spell slot. But I do have mage hands.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanna fly across and try to yank it out of there, you can certainly try.
Sure, yeah. I'll do that. Why not? It's not difficult because I'm flying, right?
Yeah. All right, so as you kind of like start kicking up into the air, hovering a little bit above it, you're using your mage hand. Go ahead and give me a. This would be Arcana, but using your charisma. So, what is a charisma skill that you don't? Make me a. This is just for
What's
convenience.
a charisma skill that I don't have a million pluses
I know.
to?
Make me a performance check. Well, again, we're just using that because you don't have the
I was
bonuses.
gonna say intimidation. They're both the same. They're the
Sure.
ones I don't have.
Make
Yeah,
intimidation.
but
Why
sure,
not?
I'll do a
could be-
performance.
This could be just how terrifying it looks when you do that. Alrighty.
17.
You want to stick with that, or do you want to use?
I don't. Oh, I do have one.
You're the
I
last
thought I
one
used
who
that
does.
already. Why not?
All right, gonna roll one more time. Okay.
Nope, worse.
Lyra, you fly over as you reach down. The mage hand normally was just like, however you really wanted to have it show up, but this time you can see that all along your arms, these bands of light and come down as they shoot out and start to kind of grab around this. This is less of a mage hand. There seems to be an empowerment by the fates themselves as they are now paying you back for the sacrifice that you had given them. Switch as you feel that sickening lurch as their heart flies there. Significantly larger than just a 10-pound object. Absolutely. You're like, shit. Then you kind of look around as you kind of yeet it over towards Daphne. Daphne, you're like, kind of like carrying on your shoulder now, like a little keg. You're like, oh shit. It's exactly.
Oh, did Lyra just give you her heart?
Lyra.
Daphne's trying to like configure to flip you off. You're like, no.
You still have your movement, Lyra.
I think that used most of it, right?
Oh, because your fly movement is the same as your. Yeah.
Oh, that's confusing.
You could make it to like that square there, and I will say because you're only like 5 feet, kind of like flying along, you kind of like reach towards Yanni, who's just like kind of like grabbing onto Brissa, holding up, like trying to. And there's like a moment where Yanni's just kind of like almost what is that called, like tug of war between you, Lara, and you, Brissa. You're like, oh.
I'll reach for Daphne too, because I don't think anyone else is next to her.
Sure
I got 2
thing.
hands.
So. And it's going to come down to... And Rhodas, you're clearly holding on to Estrella. However... Right. This individual... It's to dash to even... Oh, I forgot! Their movement is actually fucking absurd when they have fly on. Okay, flies around the corner there.
Yeah, it's like
60.
60 feet.
Right, who hasn't rolled a...
On that note, shout out to all the old school Eric Coker players who got fucked with Monsters of the Multiverse.
Hey, more DMs might allow it now, which might be nice.
True.
But beside the point, who hasn't rolled a luck die yet tonight?
I think Rhodas, yeah.
All right, Brian, go ahead and roll me a D100.
Blam. Nice.
15. You see this mage starting to fly on lightning,
Oh, no.
it seems like. As... Chandris! You traitor! No! And he kind of sees Gaius lying on the ground there. You will pay for this! As he kind of... like, at the same time as he drops onto the steps, starts to walk. There's lightning that starts to form in his hands. And starts to release it upon you.
Boo.
And Chandra's going to try to counterspell it.
Oh.
What a legend.
Thank God.
Yeah, I can't quite.
Yeah, I was just measuring it out too.
Like, I just eyeballed and I was like, oh, there's no way I'm in range. And then you're like, Chandris can do it. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm closer than I thought. Nope, just out of range.
And that is exactly matching level. As you can see, the two of them kind of like... The lightning strike is almost about to release as Chandris just goes, we're out of here. Sorry! And the lightning just seems to kind of disperse into nothing. On the east side, you can see a Geigen having just kind of climbed up the side of the plateau, kind of heaves himself over the edge there. Tyler, go and roll me a D100. Let's see if that is the end of their movement or if they still have an action for
That much.
They had to use their dash action to just get over the edge there. That's the end of their turn. Estrella, it is your
I'll
turn.
bare my teeth at him. All angry like.
Come on, Marissa. Roll that nat 20. Pop back up. Be at 1 HP to get out of here.
You could teleport an unconscious body.
You can, but it would be more badass if you just got herself
I
up because she
don't know
won't
where the
know.
death saving throw is on this character sheet.
Oh,
It
you
should
might have
be
to
right
pop it
over
back
here.
up. Sorry, pop it back into Foundry for a second, and you'll see it'll appear red with like a skull symbol over your portrait.
Damon and I figured that out a couple weeks ago. That if you pop it out, the death saves don't. Oh no!
Or that.
Holy shit, y'all! Marissa rolled 3 natural ones tonight. Just to call that out, I feel bad.
That's just not weird though. But
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're right. If you stop talking shit about Foundry, maybe. I'm just kidding. Alrighty.
True. She's on that Damon train. The low
Shitty
rolls.
rolls. Yeah.
Right.
Foundry just hates you.
Chandra certainly knows that these guys are just as bad as he is when the stuff steps over, kind of like tries to keep steady and says, "All right, everyone, where are we going?" Just you. You feel
God.
incredibly strong, powerful magic starting to gather around you all as he's starting to scribe runes into the air, holding onto Yanni. Everyone else is in some kind of a daisy chain. Where do you guys tell him
I
to
mean,
go?
he
To Mitros.
yeah, he doesn't know where our ship is, so next best bet is Mitros.
He can attempt to teleport to the ship, certainly.
Yeah, I say Mitros because we were gonna head there anyways.
Yeah,
And you're
He's
gonna leave
been
the
to
ship
Mitros
behind?
a million times. We
No,
can
send
sending
descending.
Ophelia.
Oh, they're not on the ship, are they?
Yeah. No, they stayed on the ship.
Oh no, our
Okay.
crew's not on the ship.
The crew was technically still there, but other soldiers had come upon it.
It's to the ship then.
To the ship.
And yeah, might as well try. We're gonna end up in the ocean.
Alrighty, as the magic takes you guys away, you end up teleporting. Swap in a second. As the magic starts to suffuse all of you, you have a dragon heart on your shoulder. You have the Antikythera in Chandra's hand. You look around. What is going through everyone's mind as I do some table setting for the other scene?
I'm
It's the
hoping
one
that
that trying. Oh, go ahead.
I'm hoping that whatever magic this is will allow me to drag Estrella through it with us. Because
Yes, 100% because you're holding her. She's okay.
cool.
I'm just like, shit.
Just her
Shoulder
arm.
day! It's shoulder day!
Pierce is trying to reach for Gaius's body so that they can't like resurrect him. Like she's like, oh, please, like just like try to grab his body, bring him with.
Okay, let me see. How
I
far
don't
away
think
from
you
him
can-
are you?
Get there.
10 feet.
No, won't be able to reach him. God damn, yeah.
Yeah,
that is-
and Estrella's unconscious, and I'm holding Estrella.
Even with my 6th finger, just,
Just a little.
yeah.
It does make palming a basketball easier, though.
Yeah.
You should take up guitar. You can play some really funky chords.
All right.
Um,
For no reason at all, I
Iris
need someone
is
to roll me
happy that
D100
Gaius
really
is
quick.
dead. Not me.
For no reason at all.
Mm.
I'll
Damon,
do it.
Damon had a good roll. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh God.
Karma.
Son of a bitch.
There you go.
There is balance in the universe.
Okay.
That's like the worst, isn't it?
Yep. I think so.
Like, pull up Ilric's sheet here real quick. So it's like a look at.
I mean, to
teleport.
be fair, it could not be teleport because to teleport you technically don't have to hold hands. That's plain shit. Teleport is just within range.
That's true. That's true.
So technically,
Which wouldn't include some of us. Because I'm pretty sure the range is 10 feet.
we just leave Daphne behind.
Yeah.
And that's how
Bye,
Daphne-
Clancy. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for helping. Bye.
And we only get 2/3 of Estrella. Ooh, that's a problem. Hope she didn't need those legs. Oh man, could you imagine if teleport worked like in Terminator? like where that ball of lightning just destroys everything.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you guys teleport away, find yourself on the ship's deck once more. Indeed, none of the sailors are anywhere in sight. But instead, what you see is a contingent of Sidon soldiers currently seemingly checking out, kind of messing with some of the decking to like pry it away a little bit as you all kind of teleport right there.
Hey.
You guys all look around. The soldiers all kind of look towards each other, seeing that everyone is battered, beaten, and bruised. Chandras immediately kind of puts up his hands and says, I have brought them here, after interrogating them, to make sure that they tell me all of the secrets of the Ultros. If we are going to win this war, we are going to need everything that they need. His eyes kind of shoot over towards you, Rhodas, and kind of look down towards Estrella. Like, something. Like, in you guys' direction. Trying to buy time. Now, Estrella is bleeding out. You can see that she took a pretty bad hit there. Yeah, Rhodas or Daphne, do either of you do anything since you're kind of like in grabbing distance?
I have my SMR racial. I'm just trying to find where I can click on it because I very rarely use it. But it will allow me to heal her 10 points.
Usually the person who needs the emergency healing is Rhodas, so...
Oh, healing hands. Here we go.
Healing hands. Should be
Well,
10.
that should be a 10.
Yeah. Daphne, I saw you almost like say, yeah, I'm gonna Azamar off this. Do you want to do the same thing, or do you wanna kind of hold back while he's doing that?
I mean, I could do Cure Wounds as my last level 1 spell, but yeah, I think we're gonna need it.
I mean, you have the same ability that he does, healing hands, or should it?
I was trying to find. There it is.
All right. While this is happening, Lyra, Yanni, and Brissa, you see Daphne and Rhodas kind of like surreptitiously lean down, pumping some healing into Estrella. Estrella, you kind of go wide-eyed for a second, looking about. You see more soldiers kind of surrounding you guys, starting to kind of move towards you. Chandras is speaking, and you feel the bobbing water. The three of you, do you say anything, or do anything, or think of anything bolster Chandras's claim, trying to sweet talk yourself potentially out of the situation?
I mean, I'll try and help. It's the one thing I got.
You are the sweet talker.
It's my ability to lie.
All right, what do you say?
So he said that we were gonna give up information. Like he brought us here to give up information.
He's trying to angle at you guys. What's the best way to put this? Giving away secrets that have something to do with the Ultros. The Ultros is obviously a very legendary ship. You guys have found out, many details about it. The fact that it was cut down from the tree that the aunt of Estrella was bonded to, that killed her in the process. That it is super magical. That it was the ship upon which Estor challenged the gods themselves. Etc., etc. So it's a truly mythical, legend lore ship within the world of Thylea.
Gotcha. Then I'll just say, we attacked Gaius at the library and were overwhelmed. We surrendered and offered Chandras everything we know about the ship. It will take you anywhere you need to go. You can lead any front you need against Mitros.
So you're trying to... You're going to throw out that you guys attacked Gaius? That you guys attacked Gaius at the archives?
Well, I mean, we're clearly beat up.
It could have been from the torture, though.
I'll say that we were caught then. by Gaius and Chandras in the library.
All right, trying to make the aid check for him. Starting to spin some kind of a lie about having tried some kind of a trick, snuck up upon Gaius, and having been beaten and brought here now as punishment. Go ahead and make your deception check. And that's to see if he ends up having... Or I'll do it the other way around. Yeah, exactly.
31.
Alrighty. They look upon you, and as he kind of like looks across all of you, the captain kind of goes, "Very well, priest of Thylea. Make them suffer. We must sacrifice one of them to Sidon." As he kind of like looks across all. Chandras goes, "This is not necessary. We're clearly going to sacrifice one of them to Thylea. There's absolutely no sense." Ooh. Chandras kind of like tenses up. You can see him he has his hand behind his back and kind of just balling it up, and you can see like his jaw is kind of working a little bit as he turns towards you. "I will make this your choice, Light of Thylea, for having had the gall to attack Gaius. Who amongst you shall die?"
We all know I'm the one she wants.
I also vote for Yanni.
Yanni for sacrifice 2022.
Oh god, this is like the worst time for my mic to stop. There we go. I mean, Daphne's gonna drop the axe and non-discreetly drop the heart that she had on her.
Yeah, it's just like the massive heart kind of.
Yeah.
All the soldiers are
almost
definitely
got
looking
away
at
with
like,
it.
what the fuck is going on here? Why do they have a heart?
Don't worry about it.
You don't know where we got it.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
It was part of our plan. You don't know.
We already sacrificed something. What the hell do you think the heart is?
Daphne would drop the axe and the heart and look over at Lyra and just say, tell Vulcan and my mom, thank you. And she'll just step forward.
I still need to know your life story.
Okay, she'll just real quick. Look, like dead ass, look Lyra like dead in the eyes and just. I wanted to learn. I wanted to be a scholar, and I'm a little too clumsy. I'm banned from every library.
Well, now we have to keep her alive.
Chandras goes, "Alright then, it seems we have a voluntary 2 tributes." Looks between Yanni and then Daphne. Well then, step forward, child. The rest of you, go, look at them in their sorry state. I can defend myself. The rest of the soldiers start moving. The captain seems to be kind of like staying behind as the rest of them start to disembark the ship. Kind of looks at him and says, "Something is off. Know what's going. What's your protection for? It's not good. Chandras. It's up. Steps away. Chandras just kind of looks towards Daphne and says, "Right, stay very still for a second. This is really going to just make it look like you're sword still." And with that, suddenly you see there's like a ring that suddenly is around. and you can see profane, fiendish symbols starting to appear inside of it. Anyone who's proficient in it, go ahead and make me an Arcana check. Brissa, you don't got a clue. Yanni, on the other hand, you have heard. Oh, Daphne, you definitely have no fucking. He's actively killing you. This is going to be how you die. Stupid ass fucking sexy stupid tiefling.
Wow.
All right. As the spell goes over Yanni, you're the only one who knows that Chandras is weaving a very powerful illusion. Actually, is going all of you. And as it kind of pushes out, you suddenly see Daphne wither. You see her skin peeling back, blackness spreading across the huge muscles as she grasps at her throat and drops to her knees. Except you can kind of see through it, and you see Daphne still standing there as the rest of the as a whole.
You gotta sell it better. You gotta sell it better.
I take your soul in the name of Lutheria, and hereby damn you to the nether safe. And kind of, you suddenly see what seems to be a green floating soul above Daphne, completely illusory, push through the bottom of the ship.
Oh.
I'm having an out of
I
body
changed my mind.
experience
I
right
changed
now.
my mind.
You see on this northern end suddenly a head kind of poke through, large and big old horns upon it, as you can see Bulba kind of go, "What is happening?"
It's all good. Just play along.
Chandras kind of turns towards you. Alright, I can only keep this up for so long, so you should probably start this ship. Get it going! Whatever you need to do. Let's get this ship on the road.
I'll dead sprint, misty step if I need to, whatever, and get it rocking and rolling.
You almost do like little hops. Like, what's his name from? Is it Maro? Yeah. It's like, shit. What is his name? This bug me.
What?
Night Stalker or
Little-
something like that. It's like a.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Nightcrawler?
Nightcrawler. That's the thank you.
Night Stalker.
As
I
you
mean,
kind of run over there. You at the same time will say, do you have the message spell? Do any of you guys?
Message? No, I have sending.
Okay, we'll say that you spend a sending spell and kind of say to Ophelia, "Get the rose going!" And you can see at the same time Ophelia seems to be understanding that innately as all of the oars suddenly push out and into the water. You see the soldiers had kind of rowed out. It's not too far away, maybe 100 or so feet off of the shore. They immediately start turning around as Chandras just kind of goes, bye-bye, and kind of claps his hands together. And as he does, suddenly you see another storm kind of form and shoot down into the water, making a massive wave, kind of pushing those ships back out. As the ship turns away and seems to just kind of start moving in what direction, Estrella? And feel that you have the power with the Antikythera to direct it. Where do you direct the ship?
Where do you want to go?
Not here. Probably Mitros. Let's go to
Mitros.
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 yeah.
I'm head to the Bear constellation then, which takes us back to Mitros, I think, within 3 days.
And with that, suddenly slipstream once more. The insanity, what you guys just went through, seems to kind of hit you. Estrella, you kind of lift yourself back. Now I will say that I detect the sadness in Marissa's voice, and that might be right. Or is that what's going on in Estrella? What's going through her?
Yeah, I mean, Estrella's been, like, conflicted this whole time. She feels like, I don't know. I think what Estrella wants and what's best for everyone are two very different things. And there's really no way to reconcile that, so...
Do you think that that is something that is kind of splayed across her face right now?
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone can probably, I mean, she's trying to make all these crazy, like, ideas to try to like fuse the two worlds, and it's not going to work. And she feels like a traitor. Yeah. So
Rhodas, while you step over and kind of pick up the heart that Daphne had just set down, or maybe take it off of her shoulder or something, like starting to step towards the others, we'll say you guys kind of have a conversation. We'll say that there's kind of like a little bit of an awkward moment as they kind of step around. Scylla, at the same time, immediately seems to kind of like bound away. Just with a kind of hang over the edge. Daphne, as you do see the sadness splayed across Estrella's face, the rest of them seem to kind of split up and start to talk amongst themselves. Chandris, very much intermingled in the middle of the congratulatory of how well everyone did in that fight and double crossing and, how beautifully all of that went over. There's just a moment for a second where you look, see that sadness on Estrella's face, kind of maybe the legs dangling lower path of the road.
I thought you'd be joining the celebration. Are you okay?
she'll just kind of like look at like her platinum hair, like red with blood and like all of the wounds on her and everything, and of course, yeah, I'm all right. I'm just tired. It was a long fight.
Right? I know I'm not the most socially inept, but I know when someone's lying. I can't offer wisdom. I can hardly offer insight. But do you need a hug?
If you don't mind my blood all over you, then
doused in dragon blood.
Yeah. More like if you don't mind getting soaked.
And she'll reach over and hug her.
Oh, Daphne's gonna pick her up. Like the big, nice big hug. I just like gently like I said, I'm not the most I'm not the smartest thing out there, but if you need to vent, I'm good for that at least. If that helps you get your thoughts together.
I wouldn't have let them sacrifice you.
Huh.
Just so you know.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't know what came over me in that moment. I don't know. Just kind of felt final.
Yeah, that was very selfless of you.
Thanks. I don't want to do it again.
You shouldn't, and you have a lot to offer this world, so
I'll try.
I don't think you need your book as much as you think you need your book. It might be a crutch that's holding you back more than helping you now.
Maybe. Let me finish the book first. It's taking me a bit to get through the whole thing.
I've read it, and I'm just telling you, I really don't think the end is that good.
You've read it already.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. How do you think I got to be so socially wonderful,
Well, obviously, then I gotta read the book if I can be as Oh, you're joking.
No,
all right.
I'm kidding. You're right. Read the last chapter.
Okay.
I don't think it will help you, but, it'll make
I should just skip to the last chapter. Okay. I think I could do that.
I don't think you need it as much as you think you do.
I appreciate you saying that.
I mean, you, melted a dragon,
I mean, what can I
And
say?
it wasn't a small dragon.
No. I mean, at first, I'll be honest, I thought you all were crazy. I really didn't know what was going on. I didn't think the Oracle was really... I mean, she said things, and I know that she mostly prophesied. I mean, your mother. I don't want to insult your mother there. But you guys really inspire people. Like, I didn't think I could do that. I didn't think I could do any of that. But
Stay with us.
mean,
I don't see why you shouldn't.
I kind of want to get back
You
home.
have somewhere to go? You do? What are you doing when you're there?
Learning, giving up some of my other dreams to maybe find some fulfillment in this one.
Well, maybe we can pick you up, like on the way to the a bigger fight, maybe once or twice.
Eh. For you, maybe. Trying to like elbow or just.
Ouch.
Herodes. Sorry. Shit.
It's
See,
all
this
right.
is
No,
what I'm
it's
talking
fine.
about. This is what I'm talking about.
No,
I accidentally
If I
knocked
wasn't
over a whole
almost dead,
case
it
of the
wouldn't have-
library.
No, it's fine. It's great. Yeah, it was just in a stab wound. So
yeah,
it's,
no,
but it's
sorry.
fine.
That was. See, this is why I
Yeah.
should.
One of his
I think
stray
that's the
swords is
next
just sticking out.
chapter. Yeah. I could heal that for you actually if you want.
Also, you know what? I think I'll just keep these wounds for now. You know, I feel like feeling pain and knowing that consequences exist are good sometimes.
Respect that. Yeah. See, that's a gladiator mindset.
Yeah, and I'll punch her in one of her wounds.
Yeah. Kind of wins a little. Yeah. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, and if Lyra asks, I really don't want to explain the rest of my story.
I understand that. Yeah.
Appreciate
You
it.
could always make one up.
Yeah, me make one.
That's right.
You want
know
me to
what?
make
No, just your truth. You don't want to tell us, that's fine. It's okay. We'll always be here if you decide you want to. You could send us a spell or write us a letter. I don't know how that
Please.
works.
Please do not do sending spells just to ask me for my tragic backstory. Please do not.
Have sending.
That was. I don't know how I won't do it now, but I'll try,
Just late at night, hey you up? What's your tragic backstory?
Are you cooking?
Tell me more about your past.
Did you have all the conversations you wanted to have maybe with Rotis, while
I
you're
don't
here?
think Rhodas wants to have conversations with me. I don't
No,
know.
he is very conversational, but
True.
just maybe not how you're used to, Like I could lock you both in a room, that might be good.
I don't know. He seems really annoyed by me, honestly. Like I think is there something going on? Like, does he have some kind of weird jealousy? Like, does he not have a mom? Because I brought that up and he seemed really, really upset.
No, he has a mom, but his mom is
Oh.
We have to save her.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, and it's
okay.
kind of a big deal. And I don't know everything about it. He hasn't been like, hey, this is how I feel about anything ever, really, except for that he thinks he's really cool. I do know that. But no, I think it's really a big deal for him, his mom,
Okay. Yeah. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sure it's not you, because you melted a dragon. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. Yeah. I don't know. If he wants. Otherwise, I'm kind of just ready to go.
Oh.
No offense. I don't think I was really ready for any of this. Gestures everywhere.
You never know until you try, right?
That's true. I mean, I felt like I proved myself, but
You did. Even if he won't tell you, I know. Rodis respects strength, And he doesn't want you to be as strong as him, right? But if you're just almost as strong, but not quite as strong, total respect from Rodis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. Maybe I'll ask him to help me lift something. I don't know.
That's
been a long time.
Yeah, it's a perfect idea.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, if you need my help, I'm here. I'll just be sewing up my wounds and stuff. Okay.
And do you need help? Like I can cast healing.
No, I mean I can too, but you know,
Yeah.
it's good to know that
Okay.
actions have consequences. You know, and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I get it. Just very gentle pat on the back. Just all right.
You don't.
Hopefully, I
seem
didn't hurt a
like
wound.
Nope, didn't hurt at all.
Okay, good. Finger tough. And at that point, I think Daphne's just gonna eye Rotus, but not like go up. Just all right.
I'll give an approving nod.
What's up? Oh shit! Actually, runs up, hands the axe. That's yours.
Oh yes.
Thanks for letting
Thank
me.
you for remembering.
Yeah, of course. And the hammer's yours. Though if we have any more fighting, hopefully we don't. But I would want
Well,
it back if I'm still stuck here.
You're always free to use it as long as I'm around.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot better in your hands. I mean, it's made for you, so.
I seem to get in a lot more fights than you do, probably on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's intentional. I'm kind of stepping away from that, so hopefully that'll help you.
I think it will.
Good.
I look forward to whatever Vulcan has planned for my greatsword.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be
yeah,
a
me
core
too.
part of that.
I can't wait to see what he's done. Maybe I can help.
Well, I suppose this means you're leaving?
I mean, maybe. Kind of looks up at the sky, like.
You look
Like,
up.
how am I going to...
And you guys just awkwardly kind of look up for a while. And, I mean, there's... What is going through Rotus's mind? I mean, you know, this is yet another sibling that you've met of yours, right? It's dime a dozen. At this point, you know, Peter has shotgunned Thylea, let's put it this way. With that, what is going on through his mind? I mean, Daphne proved to be a formidable fighter. Certainly more so than you could imagine Honora, or even, of course, your gorgeous brother back in Mitros. But what are you thinking now that you've met yet another spawn of Peter that seems to be more demigod?
I think I am most interested in one, I'm interested in her relationship with Vulcan, but also Peter sort of has this like history with different levels of relationships. So like my brother and Mitros, like literally no contact. Obviously, like at least some contact with Daphne, but not as much as me. And then obviously the princess in Astoria is like always around him and like a regular like confidant. So it seems like he really like chooses who he wants to associate with. So for Daphne, I'm excited about what Vulcan is teaching her and like how that might benefit us selfishly. And also just, man, Peter needs to get his shit together, really. He, I don't know.
Oh my god, yeah, he does. No, he really, really does. I mean, I don't know if he was ever a part of your life. He wasn't a part of mine.
Only when he wanted to be.
Oh, when you want.
Well, only after, I suppose, the prophecy was revealed of the light of Thylea. I say sarcastically.
Yeah, all that. Cool. Yeah, I met him for the first time when I actually recently, kinda.
Oh, how
Yeah.
was that? How did that go?
Not good. He was drunk off his ass. He mistook me for my mom. That was a very awkward conversation to have.
That is not something that I think I need to be worried about.
Nope.
But
I don't know. How much do you look like your mom?
Rotus just doesn't answer. He pretends like he didn't hear the question. Well, we wish you luck, and we you know, I sort of like look, you're covered in the dragon's blood, and I hold up the
Absolutely.
dragon heart and say, you know, we can't thank you enough for all you've done for us.
Yeah. You know, best of luck. I'll be rooting for you. I'll be doing my best to craft things for you all. Make sure it's worthy to be wielded by you, and
We all like look up at the sky again, like.
Yeah, I will let you guys know that will happen during the travel. So it's kind of like saying goodbye to someone before you actually, you're definitely going to travel for a while longer. But we can say that you guys did proper goodbyes afterward, right? Having more conversations, and we'll get to what Chandras and you may have indulged in and started talking about on the travels. But importantly, everyone gets the benefits of a long rest this evening, except for us once more.
Ooh.
We'll get into the details of that.
Jesus.
The next morning, however, so everyone else, you can click on your long rests while I'm talking. The next morning, indeed, Vulcan does descend from the skies as he lands once more. In his hand, it's just a god-slaying greatsword. No. As you look upon it, you see that he indeed doesn't have anything. However, he kind of like looks at the heart, and there's just a big grin. This is the happiest you've ever seen this grumpy old dwarf as he kind of nods towards it, kind of setting it to the side.
It's a loot goblin.
So, how did it go? Sorry I was gone so long. Couldn't... No, once you were in the island, I couldn't do anything, and until then, I needed to throw half of a mountain down the fucking hole to the netherworld so that she would be distracted, okay?
Yeah, I'll say Gaius is taken care of, and as I toss him the dragon heart and say his dragon too.
He kind of like throws it up one-handed like a baseball. Kind of
Don't eat it all at once, you'll get a tummy ache.
What?
Don't eat it all at once, you'll get a tummy ache.
I'm not going to eat these. I'm going to craft things out of it. Which brings up a good question.
Because it's full of iron, right?
What are we going to craft out of this?
You know, half the time I say things like that just because the way Tyler reacts.
What can you craft out of it?
Well, something that imbues either the power of the dragon into something that you might wear, or alternatively, something that is, well, maybe brittle, but something like a weapon that's particularly slaying.
I immediately look at Brissa when he says that. Like, oh, what's she gonna say to that?
I think Briss is just like probably not there. She's probably just hanging out with Scylla.
Then I'm gonna look at everybody else and go, oh, did we tell Brissa that's an option?
Probably keep it to ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm at a loss because the one person that I think needs armor to help fight a dragon doesn't wear it. The one person that I think needs a weapon to help fight the dragon doesn't want to kill it.
So here's a question for Rodis. If Vulcan made you really cool armor that incorporated a dragon heart, would you wear it?
I might. It would have to be really cool.
She is going to make it. Points with his thumb towards Daphne.
All right. Well, that's an extra point. Is it too late
to make it? Listen, there's a lot that I need to teach you in a very short amount of time, so we got to get to it.
She's not even looking at him right now. She's so mad. She's so mad. She's just...
What? You craft what you kill, okay?
Is it too late to incorporate it into the work that you're doing on my greatsword?
It's possible. Certainly, but strengthen. And there's a moment where the one eye that is not behind the monocle kind of goes wide and goes, cycle. Potential. So absorbent at the same time. But we would need... It would be a big ask, but...
You writing this down, Daphne?
bite his lower lip as he looks up towards the starry sky. Estrella, you don't even have to make a check for this. You just automatically recognize. His eye seems to kind of scan across the constellations, and as it does, it pauses. Golden massive star is often associated with Mitros. When she ascended, the only one of the 5 gods to not walk the wife, mother to Pito, looks up. A big ask. None of you hear
Who's
a
he
voice.
talking to?
None of you hear a voice as he just speaks at the sky. In Estrella, you recognize he seems to be speaking to his one true love. But you can all feel. It's like a warm, it's like a breeze. It's summer eve. Just washes over. Tranquil. But you say that. Love you. It's you. Okay, so throws up the heart. Daphne, you're like, shit. You had just finished planning everything this morning, right? As you're like, fuck. He goes, all right, we're going to have to start working on this as soon as possible. You're clearly going to take some time to mend your wounds and de-stress after this, right? Where are you headed after this? You're going to Mitros next, yes? Where then?
I guess to Hexia, right?
Yeah.
So
You're going
we're
to spend some
going-
time in Mitros, obviously, preparing.
The hell was that? Oh, the Island of the Dragon. Duh. Yeah, probably rest, recuperate, restock.
Spend some time in Mitros. I will send your father, looks between Rodus and your way as well. So spend some time with him. Should have this done in not too long a time. Stay there for a bit. Just make things faster.
We don't have a whole lot of time. Like, you know, it takes us 3 days to get anywhere.
You will need to be prepared before you assault.
I mean, I don't disagree. I just, you know, I mean, okay, since you're here and we're kind of on the topic, what happens if we don't get like Lutheria dead before the timer runs out, before the oath expires? We've never really talked about this.
See, she is crazy. That shit.
Oh, I had a pretty good handle on that already, and then I met her last week, and yeah, no, right there with you. By the way, guys,
frankly,
still a little traumatized about all that. Haven't really been talking about it, but maybe I'll unpack that later.
3 days to de-stress. We got 3 days.
We'll find you a therapist in Mitros while we're there.
Hopefully in network. I don't know is the answer. I don't see what the other go. And frankly, I wish I knew about that. Sidon is the one that I'm worried about. He is the one who has amassed these troops. He is the one who wants to wage war on us. That is definitely going to happen. Know that. Saw that coming 500 years back. Ria has always been different. She's always been the one that is unhinged. If she's planning something, which I have no doubt of, it's going to be terrible. So I don't know. Cannot tell you. I wish I knew. All I know is that you focus on preparing yourselves, not just in muscle and in your strength, the equipment that you carry, but mind. You need to be, as a group, unified, strong of spirit. Otherwise, Lutheria will be able to play you against one another. That I can assure you. So take your time. Do not rush headlong into battle just trying to get the latest shiny thing. I can wait for some of the ingredients that I would really like to have to craft you better things, but
I mean,
It's important that
Maybe-
you also take it.
maybe we send, like, Daphne and some of your other grandkids off to go collecting stuff while we're saving the world.
Do not volunteer me.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest that. She hits really hard.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Daphne. You're gonna actually be helping with the crafting, so you get a pass. What about your other grandkids? You've got like a shit ton.
Sure.
Just
They're
from
not mine
Pitor
to
alone.
command.
I don't even know what you might have from the other two. So yeah. Anyway.
Yanni, why don't you, with these great ideas of yours, go through Mitros and hire people to do this for you? You seem to have great ideas. Maybe you just need to put them into actions yourselves instead of asking a god to be your servant. And he winks with the one. They're not bad ideas.
Godfather. Just thinking out loud more than anything. So follow up kind of tangent question to the whole
Disgruntled.
Lutheria being batshit. Just looking for your opinion here. We've discussed maybe trying to convince Sidon that this whole war with you guys is not necessary.
I remember you
And
mentioning
that-
something, so I
Yeah.
laughed at that.
Right. But we've got a high priest of Lutheria on our side now who is turned traitor to Lutheria. And that seems maybe like pretty strong, point of I guess it's a point in our favor in trying to convince Sidon that maybe there's something to, hey, look, you actually went through the whole like crafting weapons that could kill your wife because she's batshit crazy. You've already thought about this. How about let's just look at, regardless of what happens between the five and you, let's get Lutheria out of the picture. Like, do you think that conversation is worth having?
Make me an insight check again. As you see the dwarf.
You know what? I'm gonna roll blind.
He looks, and Chandras is currently not on deck, and below deck with most of the sailors, right? He seems to be able to just pierce through the decking of the ship, and considering him as he paces back and forth. Yanni, you can see a distaste on Vulcan's face, but the idea of sitting down at any kind of formal setting, whether table or whatever, to have a conversation with Sidon, it seems that Vulcan in particular, where Pitor certainly had a love for fighting, his drinking and fall out of favor, and it has been connected to him just not being able to. It's really good. For Vulcan, you sense that something that a true hate. But there seems to be something reining that in. You see him look up once more at Straya towards where that golden star in the sky is. Listen, I doubt that he will go. Let's just say that Sidon is very simplistic. You're an annoying little halfling. Like to talk.
Thank you.
Maybe. Just you together can accomplish generations of others could not. Maybe you three are a better future.
I hope so.
Too. Alright. I need to get out of here. Daphne, do you have everything you need?
Otis has his hammer. I don't got shit. Yeah.
You have a heart, and we have a lot of crafting to do. All right, goodbye, everyone. He just grabs her by the arm.
Hey.
Let's go. Come on.
Just out of curiosity, where are we at with the chimera hide?
Oh, getting very close, actually. So by the time that you're back in Mitros, should be ready.
Awesome.
Right, everyone ready?
I'm gonna walk up to Vulcan.
Too late.
Breaks the sound barrier.
Oh, no.
Bye.
And with that, we're going to be saying goodbye to Clancy as well. Thank you so much once again for playing with us for a little while. It was awesome to have you.
Thanks for letting me play with you guys. I had fun. Best of luck.
Alrighty, with that, that's going to take us into a quick intermission. I know I have to use the little boys' bathroom here in a little bit. I don't know, little boys' room. American idioms are so weird sometimes. I gotta go. Y'all, we'll be back in like 5-10 minutes. We'll be right back for a bio break. Bye! Alrighty, as we are picking it back up, I should probably reveal myself once more, and I am back as well. Let me get my camera that, of course, had to get a little bit jostled back into. Alrighty, as we're picking back up, a lot certainly went down. An assault upon Gaius center was successful. You guys were able to strike at the heart army of Sidon, successfully take down its command. To get the Antikythera piece from Chandras, who immediately handed it over to Straya after she was done with her conversation. We'll pick back up first with the conversation that Yanni, Rhodas, Lyra, and Brissa had with Chandras, as Daphne and Estrella kind of had their conversation. As you guys are picking it back up, you certainly can tell that Chandras seems to have the ecstasy of just being post-combat, of having pulled something off. There's an excitement to it as he goes, "We did it. Why, well, not Luteria, but just us. We did it. We actually pulled this off."
I had no doubts.
I did. Oh, absolutely. Well, here we are, safely on the Ultras. Huh. Never
So,
thought this was going.
how do I get back into that library?
Well, suppose they're going to change the runes on it, but there is a teleportation. Was likely. Smiles.
I
and
mean,
shrugs.
let's face it, it's not a priority. I'm just sad I didn't get to, plunder the library.
It is a magnificent collection. The Gigans were, what's the right word here? Well, they did a lot of let's put it this way. They're very good trying to find peace and develop ways to fight back against the Dragonlords. There's many a thing that we were able to find in them. Some of these secrets I am still willing to share with you. I want to make sure that you're not going to turn around and immediately.
I mean, oaths and all that, man.
I know, but I know that people are smart, especially you. There are always ways around these things. I just want to make sure that I'm going to survive the next few days.
That's fair.
I'm glad that we are headed to Mitros, it sounds.
Yeah, that's kind of our home base, I guess, for lack of a better word.
It is a magnificent city. The most beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's
marble.
no Aresia, but then again, I hardly ever got to sleep in a bed. In
Yeah,
Aresia, so-
exactly. I know Mitros very well. See, I grew up there for a very long time. Then I changed milieu a little. And then ultimately find myself there again. Funny how. And you see, he's kind of lost in thought after he says that.
Are you having second thoughts?
Oh, I believe it is much too late for any any kind of reconsiderations. No, this is not second thoughts. It's just, do you ever take a moment to look back on your decisions that coalesced into the path, for better or for worse? Well,
I don't know, man. I feel like I haven't had much control over how I've gotten anywhere. So I kind of just roll with it as it happens.
let's see. Maybe you can get better at actually taking charge of your.
I've been trying.
It's good to see that fucker. It's nice, wasn't it? Deserved.
I'd have liked to have not been so rushed there at the end, but yeah.
It is really just accumulation of material things for you, isn't it?
No, I don't even mean that. I just mean I'd like to savor,
Well,
watching like Brissa carve him up and whatnot.
I do too, but that's why. And he kind of flicks his finger as once again the magic that he had used before to mask Daphne's not death suddenly shoots up, and you can see almost like a reconstruction of a 3D hologram scene of the death. You can see as Brissa kind of goes in slow motion to strike, piercing through the chaos and dreams. And slows down, winds it back and just like it's going back. You can see the depth.
That's a handy trick.
Like to savor these things.
That's a handy trick.
Well, I am new to this hero business.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you've been doing this for a while now. For all of you,
Couple
really.
months.
You're the light of the year. Your next plan. Our
Well,
next plan.
my immediate plan is to ask you what Acastus is up to, since you were in his inner circle there, or at least seemed to be.
Alright, Acastus. See, Acastus is how to put this? He is a smart man, but he's easily led astray. Typical. Wave something that he wants desperately in front of his face, and he will try anything. Force his way to get it. Try to smarm his way to whatever it may. In the end, I was sent this shiny thing that he was desperate. The approval of Lieutenant. See, Stus really loves me. Loves more than that. His power. And he understands that the Titans are a formidable force. It is why I have heard through the grapevine that he has been trying to court you as well, yes?
Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to, get us to run off to our merry doom for a while there, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Hey, buddies, let's go be best friends, and we can do all these things together." And yeah,
Not very smooth, that one. But yeah, that sounds about right. From what
No.
I had heard, he looked at you as imposters at first. And then after, looked at you as a potential annoyance, so he wanted you to fail and die and show everyone that the only future forward was not this failed prophecy that wasn't very certain, but rather the Dragonlords reborn. And so he sent you to your death. Or so he thought. And now instead, you're the commander of Sidon's forces. Now you are going to be the heroes of Mitros, the ones who are going to provide the bulwark for. And who's Acastus but, the mortal arm cannon, true gods. He might be the descendant of Estor, but the memory of Estor and who the Dragonlords were, why, that is fading. Do you know who's still there? God. Acastus is part of a dying breed. Valus, whether purposely or not, has not borne Acastus' offspring, so the only thing that he truly has is what? His legacy. That is the last thing. Without his legacy, why, Acastus is just a rich, pampered little. So, we were taking advantage of that. Many gifts were sent, certain decisions were not made, etc., etc.
okay.
Well, can I be blunt now and ask a forward question for you, Yanni? Since you're the speaker
Sure.
for the group, you're the leader, yes?
No, hardly. I just have a big mouth and no self-control.
When are we going to sail?
I don't know.
First, we have
That's-
to go, to Rhodus's, go kill the Rhodus, get his vengeance.
As soon as we
hopefully
have my
rescue his
sword
mom.
back.
Why do we have to just head after?
Here's the thing. Ro, it's kind of it's been hanging over him for a long time, and now that it's so close at hand, if we don't let him go, like, rescue his mom right now, like as soon as we possibly can, he's going to be distracted, and we need him 100% at his best when we face Lutheria.
Lack of discipline. I can understand. Sure. I'll be fluent.
He's
My-
spent like 60
Listen,
years waiting to
my
get his mom back.
reservation really just comes down to this. What if one of you dies?
3 of us already have.
We've kind of had that problem already.
It's interesting. I seem to think that death is an annoying.
I mean, it's pretty annoying.
Nope. I mean, I was face to face with your former boss, and it was unpleasant. I mean, it kind of comes back to my whole, I've never really felt like I was in control of my life, so it was just like, well, here's one more piece of shit shoveled down on me, and I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of seeing me like squirm and afraid, so I was basically like, just trying to be my little smart ass self the whole time. But if she hadn't sent me back, I would have cracked.
To Lutheria. Must have gone well.
I think I pissed her off even more, and I think I might have fucked up, because now she's all like, oh, well, I'm just gonna, stick it to your friends then, and I'm gonna send you back to watch. So now I'm kind of...
That does sound like the Lady of the Night.
I'm kind of like... Yeah.
Listen, I am worried for you. You seem to be jumping into these adventures, thinking, let's make it. That is not how the real world works. I have read the same ballads that all of you have. Kyra writes some of the most amazing pieces in all of Thylea. You are doing here seems almost suicidal, running up against danger again and again and again. Now, of course, I am a hypocrite for saying, just sent you into the lion's maw myself. Salt and Gales.
But then you got us out.
A little bit of a risky endeavor. But just want us to think about it. And it's not necessary to defeat Terry. We will risk ourselves. Every single time that you die, you do understand that your soul descends into the Nether Sea.
Yeah, I was just there like 4 days ago.
Every time you go, your hold upon your soul will be strong. Eventually, even the most powerful magic will. Even your gods will not.
I really don't want to go back. I really don't. But I don't see any way to kill Lutheria without risking death.
Of course.
Yeah, I would just like to say, I don't think any of us go into anything we've done expecting to come out alive every single time.
Exactly, so let's improve upon it. That is all I'm saying.
Right, that's what we're saying. We need Rhodus at 100%. That's an improvement.
Listen, I'm not going to argue with you. Just, I like to debate. The academy debates were part of my favorite thing when I lived.
I mean, debates are literally arguments.
But arguments reveal new truths. They can change your understanding of reality. Again, I don't want this to be debate. Understand, or I can sense, can read the ship, if you will, that is not what I'm interested in. I just wanted to make sure that we understood why we're not just chasing the tails of the latest thing that seems shiny, but rather focus on the task at hand. Harry is a formidable foe, and if we were to lose any of you in the process, our chances would diminish.
I mean, I totally agree. You want to be full force, and I get that you want to be done with her as soon as possible. I'm sure. We've got 28 days before it comes down to the wire. It'll get done.
Well then, what are you planning to do with these 28 days? Sounds that this ship takes 3 days, is what you said, yes?
Yep.
Yep.
Travel to meet.
It's part of the magic.
To
3 days to go
travel
anywhere.
anywhere.
At least if we want to do it in the way that avoids, well, I guess we've seen it doesn't really completely avoid Sidon and Lutheria's fuckery, but it at least minimizes it.
We at least still get where we need to go.
Well, do you know what constellation Lutheria that we could go to and see her? Do you know how we would reach her?
That I do.
The down constellation.
It's the land down under.
Land down under.
I think
In fact,
Crane
it
would have liked
is-
it there.
Dreamer that you see. As he kind of bids Estrella, as we'll say Daphne and Estrella are kind of joining, and Daphne go have a conversation with Rhodas now on the side. As Estrella, he kind of points towards the sky, and you kind of reveal. You see, the Dreamer itself is more a black
Or it's the one on the
patch
bottom.
in the sky. And as you look upon that, you sense that there is it's like a darkness that hovers there. What you seek is Charybdis. It's the maw of the sea, which ultimately it's the connection between this sea. However, once we cross the threshold, there's no turning back unless.
Okay, so we're not going there next.
No, not next. I mean, we can go to so we go to Hexia, right? That's what 3 days, and then where else did we need to go?
We have to go to the Mama, the volcano, right?
That is true, but we don't know what constellation that one is.
Yeah, we don't know where that's at.
Would you happen to know where the Isle of Typhon is?
Doesn't immediately. Maybe with some of the knowledge that I have, I might be able to. What do you seek there?
I don't think that one's like a major hurry. We just have to jump into a volcano,
Yeah.
so that one can happen
Jump into-
afterwards.
Just like
It's,
feel like
it's
there's
not as
something
much
missing
of a
here.
we as a they, but there's this whole oath of friendship thing. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Me and Lyra have to jump into a volcano to cure a curse, but I think that one can happen afterwards at the same time, right? That one's not really like pressing on us right now.
A
it's like
curse.
important, but not like priority.
Yeah.
Huh.
We've done pretty well so far with the curse still being a thing, so I think we can.
Yeah.
If we happen upon where it's at, maybe if we have time, we can go there.
See.
But I mean, we could just go. We want to be. Yes, by the way, I understand the danger of going to new islands and facing the dragon. But we also want to grow our skills. Get any new equipment at the same time, so that when we do face Lutheria, we have all the resources necessary to beat her. And we're
true.
only going to find that by going to these new islands and kind of exploring. And
All right. Well, I just wanted to put it out there. All of you seem very, very certain of yourselves and headstrong in approach to things. So it is not something that I like to push again. Well, how to phrase this? How can I be of service?
I mean, there's those weapons that can kill Lutheria. Do you know where they are at?
I but I'm not sure if you... I mean, you do.
I mean, because
Yeah, we clearly want to know.
I know.
Obviously,
but
we want to know.
It's complicated. It's really not that complicated. From what we were able to find out, this is something that I have been overhearing that Gaius has been researching as an aside. Something that the other children of Sidon are as well. As far as I know, they are locked up in prison. Entirely certain where. I believe it. Sidon created structure, a pyramid. At least that's what I've say. And locked inside these weapon design leads what? It's first. Scandal. Exactly what.
I will be honest, that's really not that helpful. You just told us
Yeah,
that they're in a pyramid somewhere, right?
Listen,
You just
I would like to take some time. Be okay with this. The research within the academy. See what I can find between the different leads that I have. I don't want to present to you things that are incomplete. Give me some days and meetings. Let me squeeze some of my and maybe together we uncover exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. But I mean, yeah, I mean, the first one is, obviously the Hexia, and then after that, we can kind of just
Of course.
explore a little bit until we, think we're getting down closer to the time, and then, go after Lutheria.
Yes.
I think we're ready.
I do have one more question, and maybe also a favor. Do you still really have any, not sway, but do you still have the ear of Acastus? Does he still listen to your advice?
That is a good question. After today, it's going to be interesting. We are certainly traveling back to a magnificent pace. Normally, days. Maybe make it in time before news of my fall from favor with Lutheria has completely spread through. To see it. Still, I sense that there's some shenanigan.
Right. So that leads to the favor.
Yeah, I already guessed it.
We want to have sort of a round table, a sit down with Mitros and Acastus and possibly Sidon
Okay.
to see if we can convince him that crazy Lutheria is crazy. We are clearly accomplished and can get things done if we need to. And, maybe we can work out a deal where it doesn't result in us just completely wiping out the Titans, maybe just one of the Titans, and they can just kind of cohabitate peacefully afterwards.
Huh. Fascinating proposition. I don't know how to say this respectfully. I think that it's a bad idea. But that is not what you asked. If you want me, I am at your service and will dress this idea in the most beautiful gowns to present as a present to Acastus, and hopefully you will be interested in this. I can tell you that Acastus is going incredibly thinking that it coming from me means something that it doesn't. for keeping Luteria out of it. I'm the mouthpiece for it. I suppose that would be it. Think on a way to get around this.
Well, I suppose we could say you're like the liaison. We don't need her there because you're there.
Alright, so I am simply a diplomat. An emissary sent. Understand? See, Acastus would be desperate for something. The reason that I say this is crazy, I never see this happen between the Titans. Sidon, specifically. The gods. Sorry.
I mean, we have a little bit of leeway with Sidon. Just kind of look over at Estrella and not say anything.
I don't know too much about what his plans were. What I can tell you, Estrella, is that he has many children. I was able to overhear some of those plans as well. He has been, well, busy. There may be half a dozen or so truly titanic children, spawn of Sidon, whether with Thylea or other women. They think now to lead different in this great second. Your kin is at the forefront. I sense that he has a deep offspring. I would not be surprised if that love, or just feeling of care for you, something we could exploit. Just have to consider how to spin it. What do you think? And his eyes just rest upon Estrella.
I think that what you say makes a lot of sense. He has many children and grandchildren. I am no great military mind. I don't want to kill my own blood. But if it is a futile thought, then it is a futile thought. I have a vow to the light of Thylea, and I will not break it.
So, not that I'm complaining, but Sidon has all these children, but none of them with Luteria, right? How come?
Oh no,
You know how
he has
come
some
they never-
with them.
Oh,
Mhm.
I thought I heard. I must have read the wrong book. I thought I
Must have.
heard somewhere that they didn't have any offspring and
Oh
stuff.
no, they have Titan children together. Of course they do. They're husband and wife. Why wouldn't?
I know married couples that don't have kids. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
I suppose. Oh, but no, they absolutely have children together. Yes.
So where are these other Titans? Titanlings?
They reside within the Tower of Praxis, as far as I know. It's the seat of Sidon.
And they're not interested in pursuing this whole like god angle,
God
like
angle.
pursuing worship and like being worshipped and
Of course they
having their
are.
own.
Why do you think they want to kill the
Then-
gods?
Why in all the hells have we not heard of any of these Titan offspring?
You see, the Titans are powerful. The fact that they had children together, something that I suppose is a surprise, not just for, call it biology with a god. Not just for those reasons. Yes, this is not well known across the land. Sidon and Luteria were not the only Titan. Lord.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, you have?
Well, we don't know a lot of detail.
Okay, all right, fine. I thought this was
No, actually,
good knowledge. Sorry,
no.
I mean,
I
you know.
So literally, we found some like sculpture mural things that like depicted other Titans, and that's about all we know.
Right, exactly. Well, one of those brothers of Luteria, well, she slew him and then reanimated him, gouged out his eyes, sewn his lips shut, attached hooks and chains to his body, and he now pulls her barge through the Nether Sea.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah, it's messed up, man.
Yeah.
She has particular tastes, and when she hates someone, she...
Well, at least now we know where one of them is.
And probably isn't a threat. Unless we're trying to make the barge stop.
I mean, enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? So,
Yeah.
we free them, and then boom, maybe we have an ally.
I mean, she reanimated him. He's probably more zombie than free willed, would be my guess.
And blind. And mute. But maybe a Titan is a Titan is a Titan.
I still say we free him. It seems pretty messed up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I just don't think we should expect anything from it.
Just cut the chains and be good with it.
Maybe he
Yeah, I
knows
don't
where
know.
the rest of them are.
Oh, yeah,
If his mouth is just sewn shut, I mean, we can just
cut it a little bit.
like hocus pocus.
But I do say we do the meeting when we get back.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea if we want to arrange it.
Very well.
What do we have to offer Sidon? Like, I mean, peace. Like, we have to do some type of offering, right? Like, what is going? Besides, hey, we're really good at fucking shit up, right? Like, that's I guess that there's a chip,
Threats.
but
Threats are
We're really
always-
good at fucking
always-
shit up.
Always a good, piece of leverage. There is that. But Sidon, you see, is very stern. Much like a rod of pure adamantine rammed into the ground. Just because it does not bend, flex the way, doesn't mean it can't maybe heat up the metal.
He'll probably want us, right? If I was Sidon, that's what I would ask for.
Yes, if he could kill all of you, I'm sure he would. You are under the protection of this ship and the gods, so that keeps you alive for the time.
what if we agreed to work for him, right? And then he would stop the war. We kill Lutheria, right? And then work for him, and then it's all good in the end. And no war against the against the 5.
As long as Sidon over that, I suppose.
But they would still be gods, right? Just like lesser gods.
He might ask for one sacrifice. No, kill Kyra for good.
Yeah, that probably won't work.
I don't know.
No, thanks.
Listen, I have not spent much time with Sidon. His forces are very disciplined. And it, which is nice to work with, but also kind of drab and boring. I didn't ask a lot of questions. From what I gather, Sidon is hellbent, taking back absolute control over Tech, one way or another. Lutheria, she has always been more exquisite in her. Truly ruling over Thylea was never the thing that brought her pleasure. Rather, it was always, well, more extreme forms of enjoyment.
Oh boy. batshit crazy and a thrill seeker. Great. That's what we needed.
That's what we got. We take her out of the picture. She's the one that's gone, and then Sidon can rule unequivocally, and then the 5 can just kind of like be underneath him. You know, all of them.
I don't think they're going to go for that.
I mean, if it saves everyone's lives, I think they would probably go for it. Stop an all-out war.
It's on the table.
I mean, we can always discuss it with them, but I think that's a conversation we need to have with, you know, the 5, or at least the 4, 3 that we can talk to. I don't know. Can we talk to Kira now, or can Kira talk to us now? I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. That probably needs to be discussed with them prior to sitting at a table with Sidon. Just saying.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair.
I'm not going to offer that without their say so.
Well, it sounds like, you know, we were going to try to get Valis to come to the table as well, so she can be like,
right. But I'm not going to spring it on her and ask her to make that decision for her entire family.
No, yeah, that's perfectly fair.
I'm also not sure that I like that idea, but that may not matter.
It's better than war.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know, man. Eternal servitude?
Not really serving. It's just like, you know, like he's at the top, right? So he gets, you know, the top tithings, and they're underneath them, and then maybe they have some ones underneath them. So it's like a pyramid, right? And they all funnel up towards the top.
I don't.
Everything will just trickle down.
Yeah, it's a trickle down economics.
I don't.
Totally works.
Yeah. As long as they get in early, that's really what matters. You know, it's like with early investors.
Uh-huh.
I'm starting to like this plan less and less the more we talk about
Yeah.
it.
I wasn't a very big fan to begin with, and it's you're really not helping your point. Let's just put it that way. I mean, how would it be anything but subservience for them?
I mean, I don't think we're really gonna know what Sidon wants until we ask Sidon what he wants.
It's true. It's true.
We can kind of just go from there, I suppose.
Yeah.
Death.
I mean, if it's a bad deal, it's a bad deal. We say, no, sorry. We'll figure something else out. The end of the conversation.
It's true.
Hopefully.
Hopefully not.
Well, I
Hopefully-
mean, hopefully it doesn't turn into, we're not going to do that. And then he's like, well, I'm just going to kill you guys, you know, but
Yeah.
We'll see.
What
Isn't
is
there
your
like,
plan in case Sidon does exactly?
I guess we'll just have to try and fight him.
I mean, hopefully we can do like an oath, like, you know, like an oath of like temporary.
Right. Isn't there like an oath involving inviting someone into your residence? Isn't that a thing? Can't we put the meeting under that? They still have to
could.
follow oath, right?
Yeah.
Oath of, I don't remember what it's called.
Hospitality or something?
Yeah. I think it's
I think
hospitality.
so, yeah.
I mean,
Like, if
and we could just ask for, you know, everyone to make an oath of a, you know, this is a truce for this time.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
non-violence.
We're inviting you into the temple or wherever we're gonna have the meeting under the assumption that it will stay copacetic and non-violent, and that's that. We'll talk and we'll do a kind of arrangement we can come to, and then hopefully that'll keep anything from happening.
I'm kind of curious who like enforces the oaths on the Titans, though, right? Like, so like Titans might curse someone, and like, you know, like Kyra curse someone, right? We know that, right? Like, so like who would curse the Titans? That, you know, I feel like they're kind of like the top of the food chain, right?
Well, I mean, they clearly have to follow them. That's the whole oath of peace, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole reason.
They
I'm just kinda
enforce
curious
it
who is
amongst
above them?
each other. And more importantly, forget after whom this land was named. Kind spreads his arms wide.
Yeah, that's like the higher up of the higher ups.
I guess that's fair.
Their mommy.
So
She's just a
Pentamani
tree
has
now.
all those hands so that he can keep smacking onto people that break oaths at the same time? Is that how
No,
it
that
works?
would be her baby daddy, Intima.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't think about the fact that it would still kind of hold precedence over everything.
Yeah, I thought she was just a tree now, so I mean, I guess it makes sense.
You cannot receive direct blessings from Thylea, it seems, as far as we've been able to. So, druids of the old would swear that they hear noise on the wind and blah blah, things that they can tell themselves. Though I do not counter the fact that Thylea's magic is strong in the land itself, and after all, she gave birth to the Titan. Stands to reason that in some form she still lives as the land that we.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. So
Now,
the
who has to hold Thylea when she breaks an oath? That's the real question.
it's true. All right. So plan is we get to Mitros. We talk to the gods. Get them to come to the table as well, and then you get to get side on to the table. We meet them under the oath of hospitality, so in non-violence, right? So that we can just kind of talk. Hopefully work something out. If that doesn't work out, right, then we go on, and then hopefully during that time, we get Rotus's sword. Whatever it can do, shoot fire, lightning, whatever. And then we go
From the Chimera stuff.
That's very,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
frightening.
and then we go and we get Rotus's vengeance.
Get more dragon stuff.
And then after that, it's kind of we'll play it by ear, see how much time we have left.
I have a suggestion to make. You want to do this? You might want to appoint someone to be a representative to speak at this event. I will, of course, be representing Luteria. Someone will have to the light of tech. I would suggest picking someone that, shall we say, side up? And his eye
That's kind of what I was.
rest upon
Yeah.
Drea.
I would vote Estrella.
I do not have any more in with Sidon than any of you do. Really, I mean,
Valis seems to disagree. Listen, I
think
don't
Sidon
want to
seems
turn
to
you into a pawn once again. It seems that you are sincere about wanting to make this peace work here. And if you're not, then I suppose maybe this meeting is for it. But if it is, try to use whatever powers of persuasion to finally shape the future.
I thought maybe I would be able to convince him, but I did not know that I am, one of many, and not even one of many, not even one of. I have not been trained to lead his army, I don't even know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I thought I saw something when he spoke to me, but I think maybe he just didn't want his pride hurt by one of his blood fighting against him.
Let this outside down. Like. So he has reached out to you directly.
Well, he talked to me after he tried to kill us all. So
Yeah,
no.
we were like caught in this whirlpool thing. It was crazy.
Listen, I've played many court games. These games of thrones are weird, peculiar, especially when you don't know what's going on in someone else's mind. Try to figure out what he really wants. And maybe then you can use that against him. Relation. Whatever you want, and you that you want. You know, it's... Playing these games is intricate. Like small steps. It is not like wading into battle, casting the same 4 spells. You know, it requires feelings. Just looks at Lyra really hard. I'm just kidding.
Ow.
Again, he says that as a spellcaster himself.
I think it's worth a shot, and I think Estrella, you are the best bet to talk to him because you do have a deeper relationship than any of us have. It's blood. Blood runs deep. So I think that you would be the best bet to represent us at the meeting.
But also, if you don't want to, you absolutely don't have to.
Yes, don't feel pressured.
I just don't know if I don't know if I mean it was my suggestion, I know, but I did not know that anything really, you know? I didn't know. Kind of foolish, so I don't want to waste our time on a fool's errand, you know? And give them a chance to ambush us or hurt any of you.
They've
Mhm.
already been hurting us, right? So that's no different. And we're definitely still just kind of winging it. It's not like we're wasting. We'll already be there. We're going to Mitros, even if there's not going to be a meeting. So,
And we have to wait
think
for
it's-
Rose Sword. So
Right, I don't-
We have to wait anyway.
So
I think it's a waste of time necessarily. It's an opportunity.
I said we do it.
And like I said, we don't know what will come of it. It could be good, it could be bad, but we'll at least have the conversation, right? And then we'll know.
And maybe, like, if it doesn't go well, right, maybe we just get some additional information, right? Maybe he lets something slip about, like, the weapons of Lutheria that he made or something along those lines, right? You know, like, I think in the end it's, you know, just a net benefit, especially if we put in the oaths of nonviolence.
And so it shall be. I will make the arrangements and try to get accustomed to its invasion and the decredibility it after killing Gaius. But again, leverage can be just as powerful sometimes. Persuading someone. It's kind of. Now, I suppose I need to pick a hammock for myself. Aye. Starts walking up, inspecting the ship, and kind of looking around. You can tell that overall, Chandras is not necessarily someone who's used to the rough life upon the seas, but much more the fineries that come with metropolitan. Now, you guys travel on for the days, the event with Vulcan. As they, is there anything else that all of you guys want to accomplish while you're traveling back to Mitros, or should we just fast forward?
Is Rhodus? What's going on with him? Is he just exhausted, or
We'll get to Rhodus.
Yeah.
That's something that I'll definitely is going to.
Okay.
Joy.
So if your thought is something in response to that, we can do that. Otherwise, is there anything else
Yeah,
that you
no,
guys want
it's
to do? You guys are traveling. Have your oversized, kind of stretched out. They kind of took two hammocks together and kind of stitched them so that there would be enough space for these broad, muscled shoulders of Rhodes. As you're lying there, kind of tossing and turning inside of it. This time, you take the story. Step up the many steps. The palatial complex that is your father's, the king of his story. As you step towards the palace itself, hear laughter, rich and warm, echo plaza before us. Bright summer day. You step towards the entryway. See at the very top, Honora, Daphne, each side of your father's. Your father looking resplendent, happy, and joyous in a way that you've never really seen him, never heard about. A deep contentment. As Honora makes a joke, Daphne and Vitor both kind of double over with laughter, pure happiness. As you step up towards the stairs, seem to just extend further. It's like an escalator that infinitely separates you from Peter's daughters. As you start to jog, you start to actually run up these stairs, bounding 3 steps at a time, 4 steps at a time. You start raging, your golden light shines, but darkness. This rain just starts to rain down. You start slipping. As you break your bones, you still try to claw up towards the stairs, further and ascend heavens like a top, a zenith that you will never reach. You wake up that next day, drenched in sweat, and beyond that, really just the sinking ever. That it doesn't matter what monster you slay, your father will never recognize you. You will never get the love and appreciation, the recognition that you deserve, thought you deserved. Because there's always another better kid, younger, one that can actually run a city. One that can craft magical gear. Who are you to compete with these? What did you do? Kill a beast? Peter could probably do that even in his drunken stupor. These self-defeating thoughts just echo. And there's a part of you at the very core that knows that that's unfair. But your mind is just starting to become so clouded with all of this. You know, another level of exhaustion.
Amazing. Very true to Rhodes's insecurities. So I'm at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Now, you guys can all tell that, you know, Rhodes is starting to look weaker. In fact, as you guys travel on for the next couple of days to ultimately arrive in Mitros, so you have this recurring dream gnawing away at you until you reach Trojan, the Colossus of Peter, shining. In fact, you can see just barely the scintillating, translucent golden field the gods had erected to protect Mitros against the Titans, against Sidon in particular. But by that time, we're at exhaustion level.
Wow.
Now, you guys could have certainly used magic to try and get him back up to snuff as much as that as possible. But Otis is not doing so well. The time you guys set into the harbor, you do feel as you pass a threshold into the Golden Dome, a scintillating sensation upon your ears. And all of these thoughts of self-defeating depression and unfair attacks against psyche seem to lessen. Brissa, Yanni, and Lyra, were you proficient in tricks too? Oh, that was that. You two, Yanni and Brissa, go ahead. Estrella, if you're proficient in religion, you can make.
Whoa! Brissa beat me on an Arcana check.
I was like, what's happening here? Shouldn't be possible. Oh,
Nice. Okay. Yanni and Brissa, you certainly had seen when the gods sacrificed some of their power to erect this permanent shield around Mitros, that powerful magic was at play, something on a divine level that frankly just doesn't make sense in a simplistic way. It's something that mortals certainly have always attempted to reach. Brissa, you know that dragons are an innately magical being, for example. So they're capable of creating things that are incredibly powerful, with breath, for example. Or you have Geigans, and especially Genkag, that are able to craft things that are supernatural in power. What the gods created here, and though, goes beyond any of them. Like they're not just supernatural creatures in a way, if you want to call them that, but entities that wield the weave in a way that a mortal can't even fathom. And so as you guys pass this threshold, you can immediately sense, it's like the feeling that you have when you cast a shield spell or a shield of faith upon yourself, but an abjuration level that you don't even need to have detect magic upon you to see and feel and appreciate. Estrella, though, you certainly have noticed, as you even mentioned, travel to Mitros, that Rhodas is doing. It's just night after night, not getting sleep. This is killing him. Can't go on much longer, or he will just die. But as you guys pass through this, it is almost as if you see a being pushed out of the way around us. You see the bags under his eyes not disappear, but become a little bit more flushed with blood, and the veins on his body glow. They were. And you know from the many times that you had studied about Bercy's powers and the Titans and the gods that indeed part of the oath of peace is really just this everlasting Cold War. Besides, you are 100% sure, Estrella, that whatever is happening to Rhodas will not happen while you guys are within the protective here. Safe. All of you are safe.
Did it get rid of the ones that did happen, or it just won't cause any more?
And it's one per long rest removed. Cool.
Unless you guys pump shit into it.
Cool.
With that in mind, you guys set into the harbor. People immediately flock to the story of what you had accomplished quickly spreads. Is there anything that you guys want to like throw out, specifically shape the story of the defeat of the forces of Sidon, the killing of Gaius? Do you guys want to talk about the Lotus Witch? Like, what do you guys tell Hephaestus to do as he also kind of like starts to speak to people? Hesperos, sorry, my brain.
I was gonna say Hephaestus. Somebody's been
I'm
playing.
gonna cast Greater Restoration. on Rhodas twice before we get there.
You're gonna do what? Sorry, Stray.
Or as we get there. Cast Greater Restoration.
So you're gonna spend the diamond on that?
We've got it.
You guys definitely have it. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's a resource. Do you guys want to spend it on that, or do you guys want to spend time in Mitros? Those are definitely options.
I think we are going to spend time in Mitros. I mean, as long as we have until
You've got 5 levels of exhaustion, is that right?
4.
4.
Which
I don't know what
the days that we
sounds
spend
about
here, they'll go away because he'll actually get to sleep here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
As long as we're
So-
protected by Mitros, yeah.
I don't think it's a bad idea, but I think if he's able to rest here, it would be better to have them when we're not here.
In case it happens again.
Yeah. He can at least recuperate a little while we're here.
We can do some research and see if we can figure out how to make it not happen when we leave.
I mean, it's therapy. I don't know if they've gotten that advanced yet.
Back to the original question. So anything that you guys want to tell Hesperos about how to shape the story? Otherwise, Hesperos is going to go off the cuff and tell the story he decides.
Well, I mean, obviously keep it. We were the victors. Keep in some of the elements of like us being toe to toe and like on our last leg, and we might die, and it might be the end of Light of Thylea, but we still kind of, came out victorious because we're the heroes. Like, don't make it seem like we just came in and just like smushed everyone. That's boring. That's a boring story.
No, you're absolutely right. We need some highs, some lows, a climax, and then of course, absolutely, speed. Get to it.
Right, yeah. Maybe don't mention how many times we all got knocked out.
Oh, I mean,
Maybe
part of the story, but Estrella, with her formidable magics of healing, was able to bring all of you back at just the nick of time. I understand how to
Yep.
do these things, my
Yep.
friend.
Yep. Also mention that we helped the Arisians on the Lotus Witches Island.
Oh,
Make it
yes.
seem like we're the heroes of the people, because we are.
Interesting.
Not even a seeming thing, like we are, but make it known that we helped.
Erisia will probably not like to hear that, since you seem to be so heavily associated with Mitros, and they have their whole politics thing going on. But
I mean,
yes, you're right.
we-
But I'm not
people,
Asian.
all
yeah,
Thylea,
Yanni's a
it's fine.
region. We are
Absolutely.
the link between
never-
the two.
I mean, you're in Mitros right now. Enough said. Anyway, I'll spread the stories. Blah, 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 blah. After that, you guys head up towards Palace. There, of course, you ultimately back towards your own individual. Well, as a group, it's like a shared content. It's like little offshoots of places with it. And this that stay. As you do that, notice that the packages specifically seems to be a kind of folded sizable. Brissa, you notice a fairly long, skinny. It's like looks kind of like it's wooden. Again, it's significantly longer than it's just very.
Yeah, I'll jump on my bed.
You kind of walk in delirium with your half speed right now.
I mostly just want the bed to be open for me.
You just plop onto the bed, kind of grabbing the thing, and just put it on your chest. Kind of feel around, and you can sense that it is actually relatively soft, and then changes from what seems to be coarse fur into much shorter, kind of like leathery stuff, and then into something that is definitely like kind of like the scales upon Scylla. Kind of blend. But you have a fascinating In fact, this seems to be the hide armor that using the different pieces of leather and hide together to create this hide. A note on the side says, "This should keep you a little bit more protected. We try to stay alive. Oh, and the next time that you channel your father's powers in your blood, try to focus on one of the 3 aspects. I think that into a second.
Rhodas always wanted a headpiece.
That's a pretty cool helmet, too.
It is.
This is the fused chimera hide. I know that Damon will not be able to help himself and is probably already on Rhodas' character sheet, but Rhodas, go ahead and read through it if you
How did you know?
I've played with you long enough. Meanwhile,
You want me to read it aloud? okay,
sure. If unless you want to just have it be a surprise on stream later.
I just heard you say read it. I wanted to make sure you just meant like read it on my own, not like
read it on you. This is not class assignment where you have to read it to the class. First up, you are kind of surprised. I mean, you hadn't really commissioned anything. I mean, you had sent the sword out and that got lost, and you're like, shit. As you step up towards that, you look down upon. It's very nice wood. It's polished, tint. You open it, and you can see dried flowers on a bed. Upon these flowers is a long shape of a lightning. It's been for a split second. Once again, see spear as its full its throat, and the spear disappearing. Now it is. Make me a perception check.
Biss is very confused, but that's fine. No, did not come through. Oh no, I have no. Nope.
You.
There is a beautiful sense of this, but maybe it's the loot goblin, maybe it's the trauma. Either way, you're so distracted. Spear.
So pick it up and like still touch it first to make sure it's real, like, and actually just not like dreaming.
As your finger touches it. We'll call it there for the week. That is going to be how we're going to lead it back in after we take a little bit of a break. And I'm not kidding. This is going to be interesting as Brissa touches the spear. We'll see what happens. That is, like I said, going to be it for a little bit. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the session, but just wanted to make sure that we address it now. We will be taking off the next couple of weeks because I'll be traveling to the East Coast, seeing some friends of mine, and having a break for the first time on a hot second. Actually, like, going to try to take a full break, not like a half-ass break where I still do a couple of sessions. Anyway, you all know, anyone who has ever worked in America knows, grind culture, hashtags, whatever. Man, good job on killing Gaius officially and brutally. God damn. Congrats on that hide armor. I'm excited to chat with you guys about the implications of that one, because that'll be fun. I think it'll always be more fun to watch it actually be in action in the game. What do you guys think? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
In any case, by the way, the art is from our wonderful friends. I call them friends, people who don't know about us at all, but Griffin Saddleback. They are a fantastic creator. They have over 1,000 items on their Patreon that you can actually search. They have like a special tool for it. It's really freaking cool. They even have a card system now that you can print out and like give to your. Fantastic. Not sponsored. Just love their work from years and years and years. Awesome. Anyways, thank you guys so much for playing today. As we'll pick it up, Mitros is going to be a lot of intrigue shit. This is going to be fascinating. And yeah, if you guys had traveled anywhere else, Rhodas would be potentially actually.
Oh
You guys would
man.
have had to burn. Ooh. Interesting. A deal with Chandras, that's still. Oh my god, I can't believe you guys went that route. I'm not fucking swimming.
There's still a big part of Yanni that it just eats at the back of his mind that he's like, I'm making friends with Lutherians. What the actual fuck?
Seriously.
You know?
Yeah. But
Reformed
three times.
Lutherians.
Reformed.
Oh, and of course, the thing that I just didn't end up having time to get into today a little bit, but the relationship between Scylla and Brissa, absolutely, it's been a...
Oh.
Scylla
Dragon
is
knew
gonna
what
have-
it was signing up for.
Yeah,
Dragon friend, so much
she-
more than a mechanical piece of your subclass.
Yup.
It's true.
It's going to be a little bit going into that. So it's going to be fascinating to see. I am so fucking fascinated. We're going to have to come up with a name for this, but the summit, holy shit. If you guys can somehow pull this shit off, fascinating. Amazing. I'm here for it. I want to see this
Pretty
succeed.
crazy.
That'll be awesome. So you guys will have 2 weeks to try to plan on the most efficient arguments. In the meantime, everyone else, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be streaming again, like I said, in 3 weeks, always on Tuesdays, always at 9 p.m. Eastern, or of course 6 p.m. Pacific if you're there, or 7 p.m. Mountain if you're here. Why does America have stream mix?
Because it's really
Because the
fucking
globe.
wide.
Very
Because the
wrong.
world.
Yes. No, but
Because 3,000 miles, you know.
very true. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you guys so much.